Vigilante Williamson here with the 9th episode of Brave and the Bold. Here, just starting off with my main man, Fimmer. I guess it's just going to be a Batman and Robin stream so far. We'll see if the rest of the Justice League show up. But how you doing, Fimmer?
Greetings to you all. I'm perfectly fine. And, well, I think I'm more just like I think it's more of a Nightwing like now these days.
Oh, yeah, Nightwing. Yeah. Yeah, no more Robin. Yeah, because you're no longer 18. You're 19.
Exactly.
Grown ass man.
Yeah, I feel old as shit though.
Yeah. Well, you're not. You're young. You're still young. Don't make the mistake of feeling old when you're still young. You got plenty of time to feel old when you're actually old. Let me see. It need to be smarter to have your channel up on deck. You know what? You're at 44. Depending on how many people we get in, I wonder if we can get you to 50 tonight. JD, you know what? I think Fimmer's theory is right. His theory is if I just start the show, people will show. And it seems to be the case because we have none other, the one and only Jake D.
Hello. B-Dub, Fenrir, how are you guys? I was telling my girlfriend, oh wait, no, we gotta stop the movie because I gotta be on V-Dub's show. It's the Brave and the Bold. I've missed it the past couple of weeks. I gotta be here, and yet I was still a couple minutes late. What can I say?
Hey, no worries, man. No worries. I always feel bad. I don't want to mess up time with the girlfriend.
Oh no, not at all, my friend. You live together, so you got lots of time
together. So real quick, this stream is going to have the sub goal of trying to get Fimmer up. It's his birthday. Happy belated birthday! I wish him happy birthday on the stream a few days ago for Fimmer's birthday. I can't get him anything, but let's see if we can get him to 50 subs. He's at 44. Hey. We only need 6 of you.
Well, that would be a good gift. Well, if
I think we could do it.
Managed to do it to 100 without a single video, and that would be pretty much something of legend. I mean, who's ever reached 100 subs without doing a single thing?
Apparently, Nina Infinity did. Because when Kai, last week, Kai said that. Kai said that Nina Infinity did. So, yeah, if we can get Fimmer, he's at 44 subs.
No, he's at 45.
45. Somebody did. 5 more. 5 more. Come on. I can't do anything for this man's birthday. That's what I'm going to call him a kid. He's a man now. And let's get the man to 50 subs before.
Wait, I don't know. Is he legally of age to drink in his home country?
Yeah, what is the legal age out in Angola?
Well, it's actually 17, but I'm really a person of responsibility. I'm a responsible person. I don't touch the stuff yet, unless it's a party of importance.
Okay. Nothing wrong with casual, I guess. That's what she said. Robert with another episode. I love that, Robert. Indeed. Gray Wolf. Yeah, I guess he's getting old and gray. Cinch and dildo. Sup, my gay ambassadors. Hell, Cinch and dildo. We appreciate you here. And if you haven't subbed to Fimmer, it's his link in the chat. We're trying to get him to 50 subs. We have him at 45. We can do it on this stream. No, he's at 46.
Let's do it. All right.
We can do it.
We can do it.
I'm determined to get the extra 4 subs to get you to 50 without a video. I'm determined. Well, we got to talk about this guy. And that's, you know what?
Cinch and Dildo's got the solution, V-Dub.
What?
He knows what they really need to do with JJ and Ta-Nehisi coats.
I hope it doesn't have to do with the stream we just got off with Matt, because I'm not trying to get my stream heated. If it's that same,
no, it needs to be the Superman and Luis movie. Okay, so we don't want to just race swap Soups. We also need to gender swap Lois.
There we go. Yeah.
See?
So it's almost like the thing that got us cheated from Matt. Close to it. You might as well. You might as well. There's no sense, because if there is no LGBTQ representation, they're going to be yelled at by their woke overlords. You're going to need something.
Very problematic.
Listen, guys, don't pander to black people without actually getting black people's attention. Let's ask how many black people are pro LGBT? Because let's be honest, in most black communities around the world, we are pretty not super pro that.
Well, unfortunately,
some people are.
Unfortunately, however you feel about it, in the States, I would say in the States is getting a lot more friendly and it's becoming a bigger part of the community, rather, and there's different reasons for that. I'm not going to go too exozone or woo-woo into why that may or may not be. But yeah, I would say actually it is kind of a rising part of the community, especially for a lot of the ladies and the guys. I mean, I'm in the Carolinas. I'm not too far from the city of Atlanta. It's kind of known for that. Kind of black San Francisco has been called. So, I mean, I think in general, this, back to the Superman directly. Oh, this is the article about it. Thanks, Femmer. Superman is dead. There's just no other way to put it. And it's sad to say, but I don't see them doing anything well. And to be fair, there hasn't really been a good Superman movie since when did Superman 2 come out? 80s and 70s.
That was one of the
50s.
It's in the 50s. No, it's either the 80s or the 70s. I can't remember if it came out late 70s or early 80s. Whenever Superman 2 or Superman
81. 81.
So we hadn't had a good Superman movie at all since 81 because we had 3 or 4, and then we had Superman Returns, which sucked. Then we had Man of Steel, which had some promising moments, some interesting things done, but a lot of mischaracterization. So,
they try to make him into Jesus too much.
Yeah,
that, and he didn't, how his father died bothered me. How his personality was bothered me.
His father was in general too, because in every form of media, Jonathan Kent always incentivized his son to do heroics, only to be careful.
Yeah.
And they even got that right in the Superman and Lois show that just debuted.
Did they? I still have not seen it, which I probably should have. I want to talk about it.
I tried to see it. I went to the CW website to watch it, and the video player worked until the first commercial break at 20 minutes in, and then it broke. So the only thing I've been able to watch is the first 20 minutes.
Let me tell you something. We were super lucky with that show because I thought it was going to be super woke and way different than what this was if they didn't fire that writer.
One episode. We're not lucky yet. We're out the woods after one episode. I mean, I know a lot of people are excited.
There's the rumor that they blackfaced Lex Luthor, despite the fact that the one of this universe was white. But I don't actually think they blackfaced him because there are many ways this could actually work. So before I actually start this rant, just saying, spoiler alert to anyone who hasn't seen the show. Spoiler alert.
So I should probably spoiler for me. Go ahead.
But from what I get from that villain, he gave this kind of vibe that his world was destroyed as he fought. The one who looked like Master Chief from Doomslayer. From Master Chief and the Doom guy mixed together.
Okay.
he had this weird vibe saying that his world was destroyed. So I have either two theories. Either A, he's an alternate dimension of Lex Luthor, or he's a descendant of Lex Luthor from the future.
Huh. I have not seen the show. I'm not sure.
If they are smart and they don't want woke to be put in his woke politics, they should really do the descendant from the future thing. It'll be a lot smarter and creative and won't be actually woke because it's his descendant.
Yeah.
Descendants.
But they're gonna make it woke. They make everything woke. I mean, especially when you consider that the flagship version of Superman is now not going to be Henry Cavill anymore. And actually, we could probably get into it since Femmer.
I sent you something in the chat.
Stargirl was not woke.
Yeah.
So.
But
Berlanti's running like 10 shows on CW right now, and
it's always been the problem itself.
every once in a while he somehow, broken clock syndrome, right? Stargirl was apparently pretty good. Az thought it was all right. He reviewed every single episode. I never watched it, but he said it was pretty good.
Look, the show had as a producer, of course it was good because Jeff actually cares about the character. He created her in some ways.
Yeah. And I mean, granted, their player broke and I couldn't finish watching the first episode, but the first 20 minutes that I saw was good. And everybody who reviewed it said it was good.
Yeah.
And, given the fact that they shit canned a writer who's now running around bitching because they wouldn't go woke like she wanted them to. I mean, I gotta think maybe this season 1 of this show is going to be good.
That bait and switch happens. I haven't seen it. I still will. I'll try to figure it out. You said you had issues with the player. I haven't even tried. I want to comment on a few things in the chat. Obviously, such a deal, though. Appreciate you being here. Says excellent. Subs to Fimmer, because we're trying to get Fimmer 250 subs 47. For his birthday. Yeah, 47. We only have 3 more. We know you guys can do it. We know you guys want to. So again, it's this link up here. We will get him to 50 on this stream. I'm determined. So, since your dildo says Superman was always too OP for my taste, the only reason you think that is because he hasn't been written properly as much as he should be.
Exactly.
Because
there are many good ways Superman can be written. He has a lot of enemies that can actually kick his ass, and don't forget freaking Kryptonite. Plus, it depends on the writer.
And you can always, what made the Superman the animated series great with Lex Luthor is his power wasn't like physical. It was like all these other ways he could discredit Superman. And I think that's interesting as well. People who don't need to be as strong as Superman, but can be just as powerful are also type of villains that can be interesting for Superman. And things where his power is a weakness. I think, you need good writers to write him, but he can be written for to where him being OP is actually making the character cool. And you not liking his costume. How can you not like the costume? It's great.
Hey, if you want an example of a good OP character, look for an anime called One Punch Man. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I have heard about that.
Yeah.
The beginning I was pretty against this shit. In the beginning I was pretty against that show because the character was just simply OP as shit. But as you watch it, it's pretty good. Animation's good. Comedy's good. The fight scenes are good. It's amazing in all levels. Still waiting on season 2, though.
Huh. Really? That show's been out for a while. Or they have like super long ass seasons.
Yeah.
Huh. As far as this article, Henry Cavill was dropped because he won't play politics. At least that's what Giant Freaking Robot and Doug Norrie thinks. Don't contact him.
Freaking Robot. I struggle with how much I trust them.
I do too. But it's one of those things that even they wouldn't lie. Like them lying about this still is indicative of something, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Like for them to say this, for them to go with this means there's some kernel of truth to it, at least in my head. Because they're the type of site that will want to smear somebody for not playing the right way. You know what I mean? They will want to go against a Chris Pratt, you would think, or Henry Cavill, just because of politics. So for them to say that, at least says there are people who think that. You know what I mean? So that's why I think it is a bit relevant. As far as the specific details of what's in this article, I'm sure that can be sketchy. But I definitely believe that, I was shocked that Henry Cavill said what he said about The Witcher, because he basically in code said, hey, I tried to do everything you can. I can't remember the specific words, but it was he wanted things to be traditional, but that's not how it was. He said it in a very nice British way.
Cavill is a real life nerd. He's not one of those fake actors that lies that they're nerds. He's actually a real nerd.
Yeah.
He literally fights to keep some of the things canon and exactly identical to the things from the books and the games in The Witcher.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I've got the audio for that in a video I dropped back in September or October. And when he was talking about what was going on with season 2 of The Witcher, and it was disturbing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So fucking disturbing. I'm still afraid what they're going to do because I hear season 2's not even going to have him at all.
Oh, that's not good.
It's going to be mostly Yennefer and pretty much Yennefer, Tristan.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Cavill said, man.
Yeah. Has there ever been a more misused superstar than Henry Cavill?
Pretty much. And I'm going to admit one thing. Henry Cavill's Superman, in appearance, he is perfect, but personality, he's awful. When it comes to appearance, he can do Superman just right. But the problem is the writers. They don't know how to write Superman. But he is physically the perfect Superman.
I agree. In fact, let me get to the chat because the chat's kind of on that. His costume is great. Animated manga is kicking Hollywood's ass. Agreed. We talked a little bit about that on Matt's show, the MFR Cocktail Lounge. We should check out on 5.
That was a fun stream last night.
Very much so. Very much so. Henry Cavill should move on and inject some much needed testosterone in James Bond. If you think he's going to deal with woke politics here, he's going to deal with that James Bond. No Time to Me Too, as Gary says. He'll be a fine 007. I think he's a tad tall. I almost like Tom Hardy a little bit better, but
I literally $50 that if we ever have a new James Bond movie after this one that hasn't even come out yet, I bet one of the love interests is going to be Agent Karen or something.
Agent Ma'am.
That's right.
James Bond is going to have a trans relationship to show how progressive he is. But JJ already tried his racist Lovecraft company. He's just using race as a shield. Who's for JJ? You talking about JJ Abrams? Is that he?
Yeah, that's his code.
Okay, I didn't know he did Lovecraft Country.
Yep, that was Bad Robot. Sure as shit.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I mean, he literally used race in every turn. I mean, come on. It was a story about Lovecraftian creatures and horrors and shit like that. You don't need race. You can literally, if this shit is happening, I'm pretty sure people are gonna drop the racist bullshit and try to save their lives first.
Yeah. That's the same thing with like the Abby Last of Us thing or the one trans character. It's like, pronouns. Like people are trying to live.
I'm sorry to ask, and I've seen a few episodes of Lovecraftian thing, but have you realized that the white men are mostly all the racists, but the white women seem to be less and actually helpful to the black people? Has anyone seen that? Because I've seen that.
I haven't noticed that, but I mean, it's funny. I wanted to say this. I talked about the MF for Lounge, and I probably shouldn't say this. Mary G is in the chat. And actually, let me read Mary G's chat. How can Superman be dropped as Henry Cavill? Or how can he be dropped as Superman? Henry Cavill is the epitome of Superman. It's sad that he's been like one of the most perfect castings, and he's never been really allowed to play Superman. But as far as the white woman thing, I mean, let's be honest. Who are all these SJWs? They're upper middle class white women, almost predominantly. So of course they have to be the heroes of everything. That's how you get Captain Marvel. It's a signal to that crowd.
It's shitty Marvel.
You're not wrong.
I was disappointed in Yennefer in the Witcher show. Race swapping her and Triss was trash. Did they race swap them?
They did?
Isn't one of them a ginger? I'm not well versed in Witcher, but I believe one of them is a ginger, right? And I'm sure she's the one who got race swapped.
Who?
Because
Triss Marigold. She was a ginger.
So of course they race swapped.
Now let's admit,
what is wrong with
in the game? Triss was insanely attractive, a very beautiful ginger redhead. She was perfect. In the show, she's I don't want to say ugly, but I just want to say she's nothing compared with the version of the game. Even Yennefer's better looking. And when it came to both of them in the game, it was always a constant quest of who was better looking. Literally, their badassery what separated them. Yeah, they don't make sexy characters anymore. Yeah. Every time they race swap to a black woman, it's either an ugly monster or a cruel, heartless villain who says that they're a hero.
Yeah. Robert saw about that woke crap just as a shield. They don't care about the cause at all. No, in fact, they usually want to destroy whatever cause they're using as a shield, if you really think about it. His nerd side suits the character too. Yeah, he does. Even though I thought it was like, when he played Clark Kent, it was like, dude, he's just too brolic. You know what I mean? It's not like Christopher Reeve where he was tall, but he could just kind of, he could play Clark Kent. You would really think. He was a nerdy type build. Dude.
Yeah, he was the guy you can literally make fun of and just get away with it without a problem.
I gotta think that it's a hard time for Clark Kent to get laid, and there's no way putting some glasses on Henry Cavill and his chesticles are hanging out. It's like, come on, bro. Like Clark Kent can't be the guy that the whole office is all the office ladies are staring at. It just can't be. He's supposed to be Peter Parker-esque. He's proto Peter Parker. You can't have him like that. So that's the one thing. He doesn't look like he just looks
Peter Parker. Peter Parker got laid more than almost any character in Marvel.
He did, though. He very much did.
That means something with a character like Wolverine around.
Yeah, him and Wolverine. Well, Wolverine's
Wolverine, he's hanging with Cyclops these days, so.
Oh, God. Well, at least he finally got Jean Grey. I mean, it came at a cost.
No, don't remind me about Cyclops because that brings the X-Men. Marvel just released a new book called Marvel Voices Again, and it's all about the black characters and some Asian ones. How can they not see their own racism? How can they not see their own racism on this?
Mary G has it because they're middle-aged Karens and SJWs. And, hey, don't forget the middle-aged Karens' little blue-haired daughters sometimes. The vegan, no-life-looking daughters. They're just no spirit in their body. Those ones. No disrespect to vegans, but just please sell it, please.
I mean, I can't even believe that I got that damn book as a gift, for fuck's sake.
Which gift? Which book?
Yeah, one of my cousins sent me as a birthday gift.
Oh.
I'm kind of pissed at him, but it's not his fault. He didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, he's not
pretty big on this. He's not pretty big on this. They pretty much...
But here's a comic.
Every character in these books, they either emasculate or just basically rip off their balls. Just that.
Yeah.
Men in comics don't have balls.
Because men are supposed to be feminine and women are supposed to be masculine. Don't you understand? Stop being a bigot.
I'm not being a bigot. I'm just saying that if this keeps be around for a long time.
One of us. And Mary G, she knows about the blue-haired daughters.
She does.
Shit the bed. Yeah, they are very scary. And my mouse, come on, mouse. CIA's got control of my mouse. There we go. Yes, the blue-haired daughters are very scary. Very scary. Would have loved to see Bishop, Jerry Curls, red bandana, and all. Yeah, you know what? Speaking of which, to get back to the Superman thing, why can't we have just some of the black characters that already exist? I've been waiting for Green Lantern John Stewart for years. Not only because he's black, he's from Detroit. He's a Detroiter. I would love to see a fucking superhero based out of Detroit. Huh?
Yeah, and he's an architect. I mean, a man who's seen sport and became an artist instead of being a monster. He's a deep character.
Yeah.
And well beloved by the fan base.
Yeah. By his own account.
I mean, there's a lot of people who would put Jon Stewart above Hal Jordan as far as the Green Lantern is concerned.
That is their opinion.
Listen, there's a huge generation that grew up on that show. So that was the first Green Lantern they had ever saw was Jon Stewart. Therefore, he's their in canon canon Jon Stewart.
He was my first.
I know what you're saying.
Some time until I met Guy Gardner.
Yeah, poor Guy Gardner getting punched in the face.
Yeah, and I mean, isn't already a black Superman? His name was John Henry Irons, aka Steel, right?
Yeah, yep. They did have Steel. I know they had the embarrassing Shaq movie, but you can always reboot. You can reboot. I saw that movie too.
Shaq.
Henry Irons was, in some ways, Henry Irons is actually more impressive as a superhero than actual Superman because Superman has powers. This guy literally built an Iron Man suit out of his own pocket, and he's not rich. So see, look at that. And he doesn't come from a broken home with constant bad neighborhoods and shit. He's an educated man who finished college, became a great scientist. He only had a small problem when was fired. Nothing about race. You're just fired because he did a bad job, or depends on the version who he was wrote. And he always looked up to Superman. Literally made a tattoo on his arm.
Yeah, I mean, this is a character in the post-Deaths of Superman arc that he was one of the fake Supermen that went out in the world, if I'm remembering correctly, right?
Yeah, he was.
He had the Man of Steel book.
Yeah, he did. And yeah, there are a ton of black characters that already exist that I would love to see a new story from. But even like I said, still can be redone.
One of Martian Manhunter's main identities is a black guy.
Yeah,
Everyone
and actually,
that from Man of Steel.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be in the Justice League Snyder cut as the one general who's been in the movies.
Really?
Yeah.
That's excellent.
But yeah, they're gonna make it like he was already there the whole time.
Yeah, that's why he wasn't scared when Superman broke the cuffs.
Yeah. And these are all things that can happen and be interesting. And again, we haven't seen a really good Superman film, a heartwarming, not just heartwarming, just an earnest, inspirational, aspirational Superman film.
And it doesn't even have to be a movie of him fighting a great enemy. One of the greatest Superman comics is just those where he does simple things like finish world hunger or look at morality. All-Star Superman was one of his best, and he barely fights in that.
Yeah, I love All-Star Superman. That is a great. I don't own that book, but that's one of the ones I got from the library, and I've seen the cartoon. That's really good. It's so much better than All-Star Batman. Oh my God, Frank Miller. What do I do with you? I like this one. Still could have been the perfect DC Iron Man if they gave him the RDJ treatment of turning a B-lister into an A-lister. Yeah, if you want to use Michael B. Jordan, make him Steel. I know obviously Steel was a bigger guy, but I like the idea of being Iron Man but on a budget. That makes it a way more interesting for him building his suit and using limited technology and using the best he can to have this prosumer superhero. I think that would be an interesting story to see.
He literally used garbage. Literal garbage.
I mean, his origin in the comics, I mean, you literally see him, at a forge with a hammer and anvil creating the suit.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, straight up, think back to old school blacksmithing. I mean, that's what you saw in the comic when they introduced this guy. And it was badass when he steps out in the suit. It was awesome.
Truly awesome. I mean, the modern designs of the suit aren't nothing compared to the old school, but they're still pretty cool, I guess. I mean, if you want to go woke, they could even replace him one day because he has a niece, if I remember, who one day will take his place after he retires, and she's gay. So, yeah, there's another point they can use.
These people, dude, Jar Jar doesn't even know how to woke correctly.
And I guarantee you, Jar Jar doesn't even know any of these damn characters. He gets another scalp. Gary has been talking all year. Jar Jar's working for DC. Jar Jar's working for DC. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. It's not going to. And then this happens.
If they had Cavill, he most likely probably could show them this shit. But now he can't because they kicked him out.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you make a good, no-brainer, simple Superman movie, now you can bring in any character and do what the MCU did. Because use the clout of the established characters to pass on to other ones.
It's huge, and there's a lot of superheroes there who are either human or alien.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't want to sound simple, but Ta-Nehisi Coates, seriously, what the fuck?
Man.
The guy, he isn't even an artist or a writer. He's a self-destructive anarchist. I mean, I read his run. He literally did an entire run about white privilege and how Cap was look at his privilege. The guy was the son of Irish immigrants in the 40s. They weren't really the Irish weren't really well treated back then. They were pretty much the pariah back then in America, if I remember correctly.
And as I often say, my great, I don't know what he is, granddad is an Irish dude who married a black woman. Probably because
it's actually a thing. There are actually historical facts that show that the Irish and the black communities back then were actually pretty close because they were both very mistreated by the Anglo-Saxon American.
Yeah, that's probably how it happened.
It's very true. That probably has a lot to do with your grand folks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know because it's not just me. Apparently, Muhammad Ali has Irish ancestry.
I didn't know that.
Reason. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
There you go. Exactly. Steve never had an easy life. He was an Irish descendant kid, super skinny and weak, lived in poverty, and saw his parents every day being abused and insulted by American citizens because his parents were immigrants. This kid was pretty much the Mexican kids of today.
In a lot of ways, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a very good count.
Exactly. But despite all that abuse, he chose to be the symbol of freedom of America. He chose to put the shield and become the symbol of America, to defend this country instead of hugging hate and hating the country like most of these badgers are telling for kids to do. He decided to do good. Steve Rod has no privilege. He never had privilege. He is exactly a person who grew from poverty and became something great, which is why these bastards want to destroy that. Because he's the evidence of that.
Think about this, and this is crazy. You know, J.J. Abrams is a. Hopefully, I can just say it. He's a Jewish man, and the character of Superman was made by Jewish characters as kind of an analogy for like the Jewish immigrant experience, and it was also made at a time when they were going through quite a bit. It's kind of been controversial because Gina Carano referenced that time, but yeah, that was the time that this character was made. 1938, was it 38?
Yeah, he was first made as a villain, but then he became something more.
Yeah, but so he's a character that was kind of made in that, and a guy. I guess that doesn't matter anymore. So I guess screw what happened to that group.
April 18th, 1938. You know your dates well, V-Dub.
That was I knew it was either 38 or 39. I know the late 30s.
You nailed it.
Yeah. So that if you know what was going on which we all kind of do, hopefully, was going on with a Jewish brothers and sisters in that time, and you have this character that was written by the people from that background, and I guess that doesn't matter.
Based on Hitler because of that. So there are rumors, just rumors, never exactly confirmed.
That who was based on?
The Zod was based on Adolf Hitler.
I mean, it's not it's certainly possible.
Just like the Red Skull certainly was. So I mean,
absolutely
it's not a stretch.
Not a stretch at all.
Yeah, and this is the thing. Why does the U.S. today now hate the entire saying of truth and justice in the American way? I'm literally an African kid, and I grew up with those words, and I've always felt inspired by them. They don't insult the people of the country; they actually give them hope.
Yeah,
because it's a symbol of freedom around the world. People want that. They want that freedom.
Have you heard the term, self-hating?
Oh, yes, I have.
Right, because that's why those people just react so poorly to that phrase that you as somebody not even from the States found inspiring.
Yeah. Mary G again brought in their middle-aged carrots, SJWs, and the blue-haired daughters are scary. So we got to remember that when it comes to these people.
Yes.
Yeah, this is what happened. Speaking of the chat, can't have educated, independent black folk in Hollywood movies nowadays. No, you cannot. Goes against the narrative. We used to be able to have them. We used to be able to have a judge and an Uncle Phil on TV, but now even Tim Drake has to be a dope boy. So isn't that great?
I just saw the whole season 2. There's literally a judge that wanted to destroy Harry's career. He was black.
Oh yeah.
Seriously, the 90s were the best.
I forgot about that.
The 90s were the best time to watch TV.
Real quick, we have a addition. None other than Ironcaster is here with us. Hey, Ironcaster, how you doing?
Ironcaster. Glad you were able to make it to a stream, Ironcaster.
Oh, it's good to be here. I've been meaning to come back.
Yeah.
I missed you guys.
Hey, we miss you too, man. Miss you too. Hail Kai MFS, making fun stuff. Your book, I don't know if you can see it, is back here. Plug everyone buy Kai's book. I have not read it yet. I just got it but everyone buy it anyway. Buy a comic book.
This
name of
book
it.
right here.
Domino.
Oh yeah, see, we both have it. Let's go. See, Jake D, he has it, and so does V Dub. He has it. There you go. That's 2 plugs for
Right there.
Kai. He's making fun stuff. He's living up to his name. Please buy his book, please. We cannot possibly spend so much time talking about all of this crappy media, all of this stuff they're doing with our media, and not try to push new creatives. We just have to. And he brings up a good point. He says Snyder Cut is going to submit Cavill's Superman. Any hope for DC doing anything good is whether you love it or hate it, and I'm not a Snyder guy, but it's going to be on the Snyder Cut. Not just with the Superman, but with the Batman thing. Not sure if you heard the rumors about that, but and what up, V-Dubs? What up, Kai? But apparently, my man Sparkly Boy is doing it for the Hub, apparently, because he's getting...
Oh, yeah, dude.
I don't know if the rumors are true.
I'm glad you brought this up.
I want the rumors to be true because they sound awesome.
Batman gets the girl.
Batman gets the girl. Apparently, he knocked up Catwoman on top of the Batmobile. That's such a fantastic rumor.
I wonder. Does this mean Jason Momoa was going to hunt him down with a trident?
I don't know.
I hope so, because that would be worth it.
Is she his stepdaughter?
She's his stepdaughter, yes.
I did not know that.
It's a very close mantis. Listen, decides to dump and run away. This cannot end well.
Yeah. So, since we haven't come right out and said it, if anybody in the chat is not familiar, so it's being now somewhat widely reported that during a break in filming for the new The Batman movie, the director Matt Reeves, the day after filming was halted, was still on set, and he walked up to the place on the set where the Batmobile was being stored, and there he sees Battinson mounting Zoe Kravitz. The Batman was, well, and apparently she's knocked up now too, which is interesting because she was still married to somebody else at the time.
Yeah.
Looks like Tom King's comics coming to the live action.
But no, because in Tom King's comics, Batman gets cut. So Tom King would be the husband. It's Tom King's life coming to real life, but not necessarily his comics. I
like to think that Tom King's in his little King bunker somewhere, just like stroking his hands together. Yes, yes, as he finds out the news.
Like his voodoo works.
I think his bunker is more like this abandoned underground with a bunch of screens where he watches videos of his wife banging her boyfriend.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the closet.
The cave.
Yeah, it's the closet that he gets a little hole where he gets to watch his wife and one of her boyfriends, whichever one she has that day. Cis white men ended world hunger. Can't have that. You crazy? Yeah,
it's glorious.
That's why Iron Man's cool. He's a blacksmith and a smartass. Yeah. Talk about we could have had, Steel. We mentioned a little bit earlier, Ironcaster, that Steel would have been an interesting choice as a superhero because you could have done the Iron Man story on a budget where a guy's not a billionaire and he's still trying to build a super suit, but unfortunately, we can't have strong black characters. They have to be copycats.
You could have gone full circle with it. You could have brought in Shaquille O'Neal to play his father.
Maybe, yeah, that would have been cool. That would have been cool, actually.
Yes.
Or his older brother.
Oh, I can use that.
Or his way older brother. It could have worked.
That would have made fanboys cheer. I mean, that's the kind of Easter egg that you throw in.
Yeah, and I mean, okay, the Shaq Steel is not good, but it's like beloved it's a very so bad is good movie. I remember even in the 90s, you knew it wasn't good, but it was fun to watch. The Shaq he's hilarious, and the dialogue is bad. It's so bad.
Weakened it down a bit in exactly his intelligence, but it was still pretty much Irons in making the suit. Yeah. I mean, there was a friend of his that was in a wheelchair, but still pretty good movie. And then a good we love it, we hate it standard way.
Yeah. Jar Jar must have something on all those Hollywood execs.
Women. In that movie, there was a woman who was in a wheelchair and helped Shaq be a superhero.
Yeah. There you go. You already have maybe that's why they couldn't remake it, because it was already woke. You had a black male lead and a disabled person as a secondary character, so therefore it already had everything they needed, so they couldn't take it and change it.
Wait, no. The black male lead and the disabled person were not in a non-hetero relationship, so it was not woke enough. See?
Golly. Like, you cannot win. You cannot win.
You got to learn how to think like these wokeites, man. And
It is,
Sentient
'cause-
Dildo, dude,
Yeah.
Jar Jar does have pics because it's pics of his wife and those other execs, because right, because Jar Jar's back in the cuck cave taking the pictures of his wife and her boyfriends, and that's how he gets work.
That sounds
Allegedly.
funny. It wouldn't shock me, because that stuff happens in Hollywood, man. That would not shock me.
I mean, the guy burned 2 franchises that were enormous in the past and very much loved. How does he keep getting work in new ones? He's
Yeah.
always making new things that end up being shit. How? He must have some.
Even Entertainment Weekly called that shit out.
Still.
I just had to pull up.
Yes.
That helmet.
That helmet looks awful. You can redesign the costume.
Oh,
God.
How big was that uniform?
Dude, he's
I like
like wearing chainmail too.
I was gonna say it's like sequin chainmail.
I mean, I was okay with the hammer, but the suit, come on.
I gotta see this movie. I don't think I've seen it yet.
Oh, you should check it out.
We
You
gotta get the
should.
poster up.
Oh man, that's dude.
He doesn't look like he knows where he is.
No, he just took a picture real quick. I mean, I don't think they had really good photographers like that. It was, hey, you have a camera, you can take a picture. Go ahead. You own a camera in the 90s? Take the picture. you own a quality enough camera? Just take it. Go ahead.
Heroes don't come any bigger.
Oh boy.
No.
Wait. Is this a movie about Shaq Steele or Mandingo? I'm confused.
Yeah.
I'm going here.
Oh, wow. So somebody who put the Shaq Steele under.
See, dude, that's what you do if you want to go with a black Batman or Superman. Right there, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You
Obviously,
could
with
put
a
in
little
a
bit
little bit
better
of-
of a design.
You can put in a little bit of Iron Man and Thor.
Yeah, I think they still need a little more better work on the mask, but that could work.
That sort of design, yeah. I mean, obviously, this is kind of a cheap Photoshop of Shaq's head onto this design, but I think that's like this is the basis of something cool if you take that work to it.
That's proof
Yeah,
of concept.
Proof of concept,
See,
exactly.
Steve-
Yeah.
There you go.
And you gotta see, Steele is an amazing inventor. I mean, the way he designed his suit to make him look like he's actually flying, not being propulsed in the air like Iron Man.
Oh no!
That has to be some difficult stuff.
We lost Ironcaster.
Hopefully, he comes back.
No,
Oh, he's back.
the CIA.
He
I
ran away.
hit the wrong button there.
Are you sure it wasn't the CIA eating you? Because it could have been them.
There's like
Oh, he's
an F5 in the bottom corner of my keyboard. That's like right by my control.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we're just gonna go with the CIA yeeted you. That's a cooler story.
Yeah. Back to the whole thing about Irish. Yeah, there was all sorts of stuff. The no blacks, no Irish, no dogs.
Yeah.
Trying to store windows. Freedom is slavery, says Sentient Dildo. It looks like it's becoming that, unfortunately. When I was in the Amazon, there were kids in rural villages coming up to us with a frisbee saying Captain America. These characters inspire the world. Yeah, very much do. The only superheroes I could think of that were spoiled and wealthy are a princess named Diana, Professor X, and Batman, and obviously Iron Man 2. But I'm a normie, so maybe there are others, but not Captain America. And then KMFS saying dope because you have to buy his book.
That's right.
It's there. Please buy his book. Buy it. The sad thing is they really have to warp classics to their politics because they're not creative enough to make up new stories. Very much
Amen.
true.
Amen.
Or characters. Yeah. And that's how Zoe got the role, referring to
the Batmobile
SMF.
encounter. Or is he talking about the stepdaughter status?
Maybe could have been either or. Catwoman was pegging.
You know, when Batman said "Unite the Seven," I didn't think this is what they were gonna do.
I don't know if he united the seven. It looks like he divided the two legs. That seems what happened.
Oh boy,
that I believe. Yeah, I got such a dildo laughing. Sorry for being late. Hey JD, thanks for getting me into Resident Alien. Everyone said
you are welcome, Gomer Kyle.
Hell, Gomer Kyle, appreciate you being here.
I got an idea for the next Batman movie. Batman versus the Trident Point Wedding.
That's what it may be. Hell, Dope Stilo, saying what up to everybody. I appreciate you here, Dope Stilo.
Hey.
So good. I'm about to get into it. So yeah, I guess everyone's into the Resident Alien. You can kind of get off the we're really talking about the article per se.
Episode 4, though.
You said what?
I haven't seen episode 4 of Resident Alien.
You know, I can't get anything past the 4th episode on the website, Fenrir. It's starting at episode 5. You got to have a cable subscription to view it. So I can't watch the rest. I'm so pissed.
Well, that's where I normally watch. I could send you.
By all means.
We at the Vigilante Williamson channel do not necessarily endorse any, not less than legal ways of watching television, but that is your prerogative if you should choose.
I am a big fan of Jack Sparrow.
I see.
He took a trip to Tortuga in that movie, and it was fun.
Yeah. The Courts in Amber Turd is not, but it's good that Jake D is. But yeah, I guess we could. I mean, back to the kind of main subject, the whole wokening of Superman. What does everybody think long term is going to be happen with Superman? What does everybody think as far as their relationship with Superman? I know everybody may not be a fan, but I kind of go in order. Fimmer, what do you think about what's happening and what are you going to do going forward with what they're going to do with Superman?
Look, this is unnecessary in Superman. No one cares.
Beep boop.
No one cares about Superman's race, but his appearance does matter because that's how people depicted him through the years. He is important the way he looks. Look, if they make a black Superman, we all know how the story is going to go. They're going to do a stereotypical version. They're going to make a kid from the ghetto who was criminalized, has a record, probably also uses some kind of tag on his leg, or lives on a van down by the river. But who knows with these fuckers?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'd be curious to see how they manage to give him a tattoo.
Good point. How Superman gonna get a tattoo?
The worst part about all this is that if this movie flops, and it will flop, do not lie, we know it will, they will never be able to hire a white identical actor to play Superman ever again. This does happen. Look at Deadshot. Now that Will Smith played him, they can't get a younger actor that's actually identical to play said character ever again. So they cannot use him. That's why they went for the sportsman or whatever the hell Idris Elba's character is on Suicide Squad.
Huh.
Yeah.
It's funny because you said that since you did mention Idris Elba as far as 007.
Yeah, so they ruined the character. And if this fails, they cannot get another white character, Cavill, to come back. So they're going to have to stop using Superman for a long time and probably jump to Supergirl or Superboy or any of the others. And if they flop, because let's be honest, they already race swapped Supergirl, and if she flops, they can't get a white one, so they're probably going to have to cancel her for a couple of years too. It's going to be just like the huge jump between the Superman movies.
I didn't even think of that, but I think you're right. Because once he's flopped, that will kind of stain the character, and we'll end up with a huge gap without Superman movies, and that would suck.
I mean, in fairness, we already had a large gap of Superman movies.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like they're exactly trying to do a whole lot with Superman. Just like they're trying not to do anything on television with Batman. They want to do everything around Batman without him.
Which sucks. I really want a Batman TV series. That's
So-
another reason I want the Snyder Cut to work, so we could get Ben in a mini series or a movie doing his vision of Deathstroke. I really wanted that. I really want that still.
Batfleck running for about 4 or 5 seasons of, like a 15 to 18 episode run. Oh, dude, that would be great.
You don't even have to do a big narrative with it. You just have to do like one episode, one villain, like the animated series.
Yes.
You do that, the fans will be happy. As long as you can get like an episode with every one of those major villains, you don't have to go way over the top. You don't have to go off the walls for everyone. You can start off with you could start off with just like a simple like Two-Face story, just dealing with Batman fighting gangsters, Batman fighting thugs, building up to the Two-Face fight.
Each one to deal with the major villain of Batman's. Season 1 probably to take the League of Shadows. Season 2, Court of Owls. Season 3 probably go around the whole Red Hood storyline. Season 4, well, probably the whole Son of Batman thing. Season 5, you can pretty much go around the. Remember, what was the name? The catastrophe that destroyed Gotham and separated from the rest of the U.S. What was the name?
No Man's Land.
Season 5 can be right around that, with all the members of the Bat family combined going on a huge battle against their enemies.
Yeah, as long as throughout the seasons you introduce these characters, like I would like you can always do the Harvey Dent for a season is just Harvey Dent, and then in the second season he becomes Two-Face, stuff like that. I think a Batman series. I would love a Batman series. I have no idea why they don't. I have no idea why they haven't done it.
Batman series could work so well.
Yeah, they have the cartoon to inspire them. They did the characters perfectly there. For example, Harvey Dent's double personality as Two-Face. From normal judge to Two-Face, it was an amazing character showing.
Yeah, because they showed it before.
How he literally altered.
Bad Harv.
Altered himself from one normal guy to this criminal who starts to flip the coin before his face was burned out. It was really. And they never liked Two-Face before that.
And I think he's a great character. He's a character that would benefit so much from an episodic presentation to see a Harvey Dent established, and then see that like you can see Two-Face is already there, and then when it happened, he's finally Two-Face. Like I would love that.
Exactly, and it's not just that. That freaking show. Okay, look in some shit that was in the Batman cartoon, the Superman cartoon, the Justice League cartoon. Those things were not for kids because they did not do the stupidity of children.
I'll disagree with that. They had higher respect for kids' intelligence back then because they were like, all right, we know you're 7 to 10, but you're a 10-year-old. You can handle this shit at 10. Here you go, kid. Stop being a little bitch. You can handle crack houses and Gotham. Seriously.
They didn't treat kids like stupid morons like most cartoons do today. They treated them like mature people who could understand the story and the messaging. I mean, look at the Aquaman from the Justice League universe with the hook hand. The original design from one of his comics, which was freaking awesome. And the modern one today, the whole Thundercats Roar art. Which Aquaman do you think kids are going to love more?
Yeah. And he cut off his own arm in the series to save his son. Like, again, we don't care that you're only 8, kid. Deal with it. Stop being a bitch. He cut his arm off.
But he did it for a damn good reason. I mean, to save his son. That's
heroic.
Did anybody else here on the panel remember getting their heart ripped out of their chest when Optimus Prime fucking died?
Oh, God, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on.
Stop being a bitch. I was a kid. I cried like a bitch when it happened.
Oh.
Dude, I'm not ashamed to admit I cried at that. I mean, come on. It was Optimus fucking Prime.
I blubbered, though, because I was like 7 or 8. So when shit hits you then, you're just like, oh, my God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was not a huge fan of Rodimus Prime.
No, you shouldn't have been.
The funny thing is they actually sell an Optimus they call sleep mode. It's really just Optimus as he's dead.
Yeah.
Sleep mode Optimus? Oh, geez.
Yes, this is the thing.
It actually sells. You tell me that they sell a version of Optimus just sleeping dead.
Well, they don't want to call it Dead Optimus, so it's It's asleep.
That's like what you tell kids, so they get the cat. It's a sleep, kid. It was just sleeping, for a while. Mary G asked, "What would the offspring of a bat and a Catwoman be? Cat bat, like cat dog?
The otter."
Well, from what we're getting from the soy boy Tom King, some lesbian-looking version of Bruce and Selena who dresses like her father without the cape and somehow beats men twice her size.
It's the feminism that allows them to beat the hell out of men. Jake DC, such a dildo says there's this thing called torrent.
Yes.
And I hear the VW show we do not love pirates, despite what despite what Robert says. But shout out to the pirates regardless in his Ironcaster.
There you go.
Great, grayed out after his prime. Sleep mode version.
Sleep mode prime.
The face is all dank.
Oh, he looks dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
I bet he doesn't transform either.
Yeah, hell pirates.
He shouldn't.
He does. Just into a coffin.
I got Sci-Fi Jake D just sign on under my name. So Go Macau's willing to give you his account name so you can watch Resident Alien.
Oh, dude!
Shout out to Go Macau.
Gotta do those. We gotta do those Discord like movie nights or something.
Yeah, we could do that.
Bad idea.
I think I don't think it will backfire brilliantly and make them look like little idiots.
Guys, a bit of a tip here. I just found this show by mistake called The $6 Million Man. Good question. Is it any good? Because I've been hearing things about it.
It's 70s cheese classic.
Yeah. And we have yet another a member who joined the Brave and the Bold. Not sure who this guy is or what he does. But his logo looks similar to mine for some reason. Mendo Merc!
Mendo!
He's here.
What's up, guys? I can't stay for long. I just wanted to pop in because, I figured you invited me. It would be rude to...
Yeah, it's always good to have you.
It's okay. I know you're busy. And I know you have a show right after. And I know
exactly. I got
you've been
late. Half hour.
Yeah. So I know you don't have much time. I don't know if I went quite around the horn to get kind of everyone's thoughts on the whole Superman thing and what you think. What's your relationship going to be going forward with Superman?
Yeah.
We're talking about the CW Superman?
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the
other.
What you call it? Yeah, Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams Superman.
Oh, you mean the one that's going to be Abramboozled? That's a coin. That's a term I've coined, by the way.
A good one.
It's
Abramboozled.
Abramboozled.
I like that.
Star Trek. It's what happened to Star Wars. It will happen to Superman.
Oh God! I guess my thoughts on it.
I'm gonna have to pass that one on to Gary.
I can give you a full definition and everything because I actually I sent it to Script Doctor last year. So let me find that real quick.
Scripts about Superman. He has a script out there on the internet. This man has no idea how to fucking do Superman. I don't see how he can be a producer.
Yeah, my take on it is, first, we should be clear that the race swap Superman that we've been talking about is not official at this point. There's a lot of stuff that points that way. There's a lot of people that probably do know that have been speaking about it on Twitters and things like that, suggesting that that's the plan. Nothing official has said that, although I do find what we're hearing to be credible. So it is important that we call out that it's not confirmed. Yeah, I totally believe it, and I do think that's the plan, but it isn't confirmed. If this is the way that they go with it, for me, it's just another dead franchise to me, man. It is a dead franchise. You have the perfect Superman ready and waiting. He is a guy who can perfectly play this character if you write a good movie for him. And Henry Cavill should be the biggest movie star on the face of the fucking planet.
The dude should be James Bond, if you ask me.
Oh shit, yeah, I'd love to see him as Bond.
I don't know if you guys seen the 2015 movie Man from U.N.C.L.E. When I first caught that, I caught it on cable. I was watching with my roommate, and we were watching it, and I'm like, this dude should be playing fucking 007. Like, that was my first thought when I saw him as Solo, because he's doing such a fantastic. He's pretty much playing an American James Bond in that film.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's what Solo is. He's pretty much American Bond.
Yeah, Cavill should be Bond. I'd
Even
give it
original
to him all
Solo
day.
back in the 60s.
Yeah, Cavill. I said it just earlier. He's one of the most misused superstars I've ever seen, maybe of all time. When you talk about somebody who could have, should have, would have been like I mean, he still is a superstar, but with the Superman movies, they could have been big. Now that they're getting rid of that, and yeah, he could have been James Bond, but they're potentially going with a female 007. Who knows what's going on there? They have their own woke issues. But I thought this was interesting, the potential that John Boyega could relink with J.J. Abrams. What do you guys think about this potential? I mean, a lot of people said Michael B. Jordan, but
I mean, he is kind of that new up and rising guy.
I don't think Boyega's that self-hating enough to go to work again with JJ. I mean, is he?
yeah. Anthropology brings it up. Finn's the best example that they can't write good black characters.
Yes.
Even if his character was originally, I didn't know his character was originally white, whatever. I mean,
That's something that's been kind of coming around, making some rounds lately that I've been hearing. But yeah, no, Finn going into that movie, Finn was the best character of the bunch. He was the one that had the most interesting origin. He was a former stormtrooper who's defecting.
yeah, that's the whole intrigue of the first trailer. It's seeing his face and seeing him running.
Yeah,
like a stormtrooper that's takes his helmet off and is running away from them. Like, what is going on?
He's the guy who all the marketing pushed as like the star of it.
Well, at least in the Western world, the marketing pushed him. Let's not forget what they did in China.
China.
Oh yeah,
I was gonna do it. China. Everyone knows it.
I mean,
this is really Geektropolis brings up a point. Not to cut off everyone else, and I know I missed a lot of chats, but I don't think I'll be able to keep it with all you guys. It's not the color of the character; it's the talent of the writer. Because even with the perfectly cast Superman and Cavill, bad writing held that back.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, look. Generally speaking, there are certain characters where the race is not as important to them. I mean, hell, we saw Michael Clark Duncan playing the Kingpin, and he knocked it out of the park when he played the character, and no one really made it about the race then.
No,
it's just
that terrible costume that Daredevil had a lot to do.
Well, there's a lot of terrible about that film, but Kingpin wasn't one of them, and that's saying something.
Yeah, I mean, people raised concern about Michael Clark Duncan before the movie hit, and then they saw how it played, and everybody shut up. It worked.
He could have played a good Kingpin in a good movie. That just wasn't what happened. Or, I mean, Nick Fury. I mean, they literally created the Ultimates version of Nick Fury to get Samuel L. Jackson way back when. So, like, they came up with that whole storyline just to court him.
Let's not forget, he does exist in the main universe, too, is the son of the original Nick Fury. And still,
but wasn't that whole thing?
I wasn't a fan of that change, because that was. Here's the thing. So Nick Fury is a little weird for me, because I do like the Sam L. Nick Fury, which is based off of Ultimate Comics. So let me lay from the beginning. So Black Nick Fury originates from Ultimate Comics, which debuted in 2000 as essentially a way to reboot the Marvel Universe without touching the original characters. This way it's an alternate dimension where it's like, what if the characters came out today instead of 1961 or 63 or whatever?
Yeah.
And in that universe, they based Nick Fury off of Sam L's appearance in Shaft, which was, I think, 1999, right? Or 1998.
Yeah.
So they did. So that's why Nick Fury's black in that universe. But that universe aside, at least to me, Nick Fury growing up was always white, because growing up, I read Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., and Nick Fury and his Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. Yep. You know, that was the Fury I grew up with. You know,
he had more of a Robert Redford kind of look.
Yeah.
Really, in the books, it was more of a Redford kind of look that he had.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say the face was. He had a longer face than Redford, but it was definitely that, you know, army, the muscular, G.I. Joe look.
Oh yeah,
that was the whole point. It was like the original concept for Nick Fury by Kirby and Lee was that let's make a James Bond character, but that's not like the suave British gentleman, but more average American.
They actually wanted to do a comic book about Nick Fury and the G.I. Joes called Fury Force, which is sad they never did it, but I guess it was because the rights weren't theirs anymore.
But yeah, they did it in the movie because a lot of the things were based off the Ultimate Comics, and that's fine. But because of the popularities in the movies, you then have that affect the comic books and everything else. Like literally every medium of every Marvel medium, doesn't matter what it is, games, comics, TV shows, cartoons, whatever. Nick Fury's always black now. Ever since 2000. Actually, I want to say ever since 2008, but I think it's probably ever since 2010 because he was more prominent in that.
Actually, Wolverine. When did Wolverine the X-Men come out?
Wolverine the X-Men was 2010.
Oh, that.
2010. Then yes, you're right because their version of Nick Fury was black too.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking. That's why I'm like saying maybe it's 2010 because that movie.
When did that?
I think the latter half of that year.
When did that shitty Ultimates movie come out?
I don't know. But the Ultimates movie is based off of Ultimate Marvel Comics, which in that universe, the Avengers are called the Ultimates. So.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Geek Apology says because he was great, a reference to Nick Fury. We love good characters. I think he means black, blue, pink. Fucking My Little Pony can make you care about a purple horse. Are you a brony?
Look, whatever floats your boat, man. I'm not going to judge. I mean, I will. I'm just not going to say anything about it.
Let's be honest. Tons of dudes fall and became bronies out of the years. Let's be honest. A lot of dudes are that.
I never got the whole brony thing, but hey, we do not judge on the Vigilante Williamson show. We support all fandoms.
Oh, that's not true. You're definitely judging. You're just not saying anything about it.
Yes, that's actually a more accurate thing. That's more accurate. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I tried.
We'll judge you silently. We just won't shit.
I'm just going to point it as it is. No one's not judging ever.
That's actually very true. No one's not judging ever.
Tros put on those pants this morning.
Yeah. Well,
even if you didn't put them on, you made a judgment. You judged pants weren't good enough for you.
Yeah, that's very much true. So, what does everyone judge? I asked Fimmer, Jake D, what are you going to do as far as Superman going forward? Are you going to watch? I mean, there's Superman and Lois. It looks interesting, but the Superman character looks like it's
surprisingly isn't horrible.
Yeah, everyone seems to be positive on it.
Yeah, I mean, for me, if they really go with a race swap Superman, which I think is a stupid fucking idea.
Is that what they're doing?
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Yeah, I'd say that's a rumor. Nothing's been confirmed yet, but we're all just kind of going based on a combination of track record and
Ta-Nehisi Coates is writing it, for God's sake.
Exactly.
I mean, and the scuttlebutt is indeed they intend to race swap him. So, I mean, if that's truly the plan, I'll simply add, the DC universe with the current incarnation of AT&T and Warner Brothers, to the list right along with Star Wars and Doctor Who and Star Trek. I mean, it's just going to be in there with them.
J.J. Abrams will have killed 3/4 of them.
Hey, I don't get why. Look, I don't get why these woke fuckers are just trying to destroy the mythos. They don't get it. It's obvious. If they want to learn just
diversity and representation, all these fun.
Well, they have to destroy Western culture.
That mean nothing because they're just being racist and bigoted, but then claiming that you are, or pointing them out for being racist and bigoted.
Numerous people all over the world Western culture. They literally fucking base themselves around because of Western culture. Literally, buildings.
Well, my favorite is that my favorite is that She-Hulk writer that she wants to take down Western culture because it's evil, and you're writing for a She-Hulk TV show, a Western culture TV show.
Yes.
A
show that wouldn't exist without Western culture.
Exactly. Also, I'm sharing that Abrams.
I'm sorry, but does this bitch know that if Western culture exists, she would most likely either be a sex slave or some kind of fucked up thing is most parts out of the West don't treat women that well.
No, which you can make the argument that they obviously should, but hey, that's the part that's getting our tax money for gender studies. The parts that we're not bombing, of course, but we won't be covering that.
Not yet, anyway.
I promise you, our money that was sent for gender studies is being used to purchase bombs. Trust
Honestly,
me.
So I'm be 100% honest. Much rather be used to purchase bombs than teach gender studies. You tell me bombs, I'm like, okay, at least the money's not getting wasted. You know what I mean? I much rather that purchase. I know it sounds terrible, but
they get the gender studies diploma, then their lives turn to shit, and then they try to destroy our happiness because they decided to take the shittiest course there is.
Well, hey, is it that shitty? A gender studies course right now in a social media can get you to be the editor at Marvel if you're Heather Antos before the age of 30.
You can sell a whole 20,000 books a month.
Hey, look, and you're the worst editor of all time.
Look, I can't say like this because I'm not there, but I don't like taking fucking handouts because of my race, because that is so fucking demeaning. You literally take something because you're brown? Literally, how petty are you from the inside? I'm sorry.
Well, what was the CW? I think the Flash writer on the CW said, I remember reading this. This was a Banning the Comics article. I get to find it again, but I remember reading it. And to quote him, he's saying something along the lines of, we're about race swapping, that it's bringing the characters into the modern age and like honoring them and all that kind of bullshit. And to me, it's like, you're not only disservicing the character, the original character, but you're disservicing the creator. And this is something I don't like about changing. If you're working on it doesn't matter what it is. It can be a video game, comic book, TV show, whatever. It can be the visual looks. It can be storytelling type or whatever. If you're changing something that's pre-established, you're taking over for someone else that created it. You are now dishonoring the person that created it.
Exactly.
Yeah, they want to tear everything down. They're fine with that.
If you deconstruct a character to a point where it's not even recognizable, you're most likely destroying the reason why people began to give a shit about the character in the first place. So why? Western world.
But I'm just giving you like an artist perspective on that type of thing. Like if I make something, say I make, I've made my own characters. I'm just not going to say them right now because they're still in work in progresses. But they've been work in progresses for 10 years now. But the thing is, if I create them, I make them say they were successful, in this imaginary world, they're successful. And then someone takes over for me and decides to change them completely to the point where they're unrecognizable. That would suck. I would hate that. I mean, hell, look what happened with Stan Lee when they undid Spidey's marriage in 2006. Stan Lee hated it. Absolutely despised it, from what I read.
Did he now?
He did. He did not like it. Because remember, for anyone who's read original Spidey comics, they were kind of hinting Mary Jane way back in like issue 2 of Amazing Spider-Man.
Exactly. They even did that in the cartoon.
They never said her by name. They just called her Anna Watson's niece. That was just all you knew her by until 1964 or even 1963. I think they mentioned the name, but 1964 is when you first meet her. When face a tiger, you just hit the jackpot.
Exactly.
But the
creators hated the marriage, as I recall. I mean, the people working on Spider-Man hated the marriage because they thought it held the character back.
Look, between turning him into a father and a husband and turning him into a murderous psychopath who killed his wife, daughter, and possibly aunt, I'd take the husband and father part. Because it literally killed Spider-Man for me redoing all that. One more day killed the character for good. I don't look at Spider-Man the same way in a long time.
Well, here's the thing. Spider-Man kind of, like everything else in Marvel, from 1995 and onward, kind of just took a nosedive into shit quality. The art varied, but from time to time, but the storytelling has never been the same. Because if you look at something from 1991, say, and then 2001, and we're talking the mainstream Marvel continuity, you're reading two different characters. Plain and simple.
Yes.
Yep.
One may say Marvel was Abramboozled, which I didn't know. I thought it was just some word you made up, but it's a whole definition. I want to read it real quick.
I made up a whole definition. I wrote all that.
Oh, you wrote it. Oh, I thought it was something like
this.
Urban.
No,
I thought it was Urban
it.
Dictionary or something. Well, okay, we should put it in Urban Dictionary. We need to get this on Urban Dictionary.
Do we have a dictionary?
Well, Urban Dictionary. How do you get things on UrbanDictionary.com?
You got to make an account and like start putting them in, and
we need this.
And everyone just kind of votes on the best answers for defining the word.
Huh. Well, it's describing
this
a negative.
Belongs there.
Yes, because he has so many scalps. He's like Brock Lesnar. He has like now 3 of the biggest franchises in history dead. So it's describing a negative attribute to
him and his son worked on a Spider-Man comic too that I'm sure everyone's forgotten because it was just horrible. It was
forgettable. Brought up recently. Somebody brought it up recently.
It was a 2019. It was like 6 issues or something like that. I actually have it somewhere.
Isn't that still pending completion? Didn't they never finish?
I don't know. All I know is that I got 3 issues. I was using my free website that I don't I guess my dark web comic book site that I don't have to pay for.
Dun, dun, dun.
And
again, the Vigilante Williamson show does not support or deny or against using. We're either for or against
what the site is. I'm giving it nicknames right now.
Using any.
We here at Vigilante Williams do not condone.
We don't sell. We don't.
Yo ho ho and a bottle.
Sell the high seas on your own. Your own pair. No, we were talking about selling high seas earlier. That's why I said that. Go ahead, Mando Mert.
So I got like 3 issues into it, and I'm just kind of like, this is way too. It was trying to be several different stories at once, and it was very just. I wouldn't say boring.
Look, I bought that book. I read it 12 times. Every single issue that I bought. I bought all the issues. And I don't even know what the fuck is going on. I'm still waiting on the last issue because I think they're going to explain everything there, but I still have no idea. I mean, they have Iron Man and Riri Williams. But what the fuck's going on in this thing?
Isn't that J.J. Abrams staple? What the fuck is going on?
The art is super inconsistent, and that bugs the hell out of me. For anyone who doesn't know, I'm an artist. I made Vigilante Williamson's logo. It bugs. I made my own logo. I mean, it just drives me nuts. Like Peter Parker goes from looking like what's his face? He at one point he looks like Keanu Reeves from John Wick, like with black hair and everything, and then the next panel he has brown hair again. I'm just like, what the hell? Make up your mind, damn it.
What is consistency with modern Marvel?
What's consistency?
What is love?
Response to that.
What is consistency? It's something that's disappeared.
They killed off Mary Jane, or she's still alive in some way. I didn't get that.
I don't fucking know, nor do I fucking care because it's just so. That's just.
And how did Peter lose his hand? Exactly. How did he lose his hand exactly in that comic book? Did he explain that? Because
it's not. Isn't that how did he lose his hand? Why does he have a prosthetic that's outdated even by today's standards?
Yeah, because aren't there literally prosthetics? He literally knows Iron Man, a guy who can literally make you a human.
And we're talking about a fictional universe where we have characters that are literally androids and robots and shit. Like
gods, magical wizards who can literally.
Well, I was referring to the technology. Like, okay, you have full robots. Why can't you have a robot hand or whatever? Like, we know androids, we know cyborgs, Deathlock, for instance.
We could.
People.
He knows all of these people. He knows Doctor Strange. He knows most of the X-Men. He literally has access to.
Reed Richards would whip him something up.
Oh, yeah. Piece of cake.
Yeah. But it was Abramboozled. Because J.J. Abrams, to go back to the
I will have a huge smile across my face if people start using that regularly.
Put that on a shirt.
Put it on a shirt, man. Mark.
Look, the smart thing about that universe would have kept it grounded. Make it seem as if Spider-Man was the only hero there, and that there weren't the others. But they had to bring in Iron Man and Riri to get attention. If they just literally made it that Spider-Man
the problem is, this is with all comics in general, at least the big ones that had movies. is that right now the comic books we're getting it's essentially when you translate something from English to Japanese and then back to English, you're not getting the same thing back. A lot get lost in translation. There was a news radio episode all about that. So if you want a comedic version of that, go watch that. But that's, you're gonna end up, you get, corporate lion tamer to super karate monkey death car if you translate it from English to Japanese back to English.
That is, by the way, the best superhero idea ever.
What, super karate monkey death car?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, if any of you have not seen that news radio episode, what is wrong with you? Go watch it. It's hilarious. But also, the whole thing is that you're losing something translation. What's happening here is we had the comics go from movies or TV shows back into comics. That affects it.
Yeah.
You're seeing that in the costume design. You're seeing that in the storytelling. You're seeing that in the writing.
All right, Central Dildo, real quick. Just want to say peace, Central Dildo. I appreciate you being here. Thank you for it. If you haven't hit the like button on the way out.
Yes.
Go ahead.
So we all salute the
Another thing that pisses me off. Has anyone here ever seen a show called Buck Rogers?
Oh, hell yes.
I have not actually, even though I know it's a classic show.
I've started to enjoy it. I wanted to know more about it. Apparently, there's a rumor that they're going to bring it back as a reboot. Guess who's going to reboot it? Guess who's going to reboot it?
Who?
Absolutely. Bad Robot's going to do the reboot if they get the right.
Jesus Christ.
They are the go-to for Hollywood.
Example list, man.
Okay, why? How does Bad Robot? Now we got to really ask, because it's not just through him, because it's through Kurtzman too. He gets a lot of properties.
Oh, you guys want to go really into Bad Robot? You guys know about the whole self-brainwashing that they give to employees, right?
Oh yeah,
I've seen that that pamphlet and that thing. Yeah, I have seen that.
It's incredibly disturbing.
Yeah, it's literally a self-brainwash. Like I'm not making shit up. There's
No, you're not.
It is a self-brainwashing book. It even it gives you people to follow and if you have the job and all that on Facebook or whatever the hell it is. It's like this literally is this is telling you how to live your life and what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and essentially telling you what type of information you should allow yourself to absorb versus just, okay, you have the job and your job is separate from your personal life and all that.
Now, I'm going to give him credit for one thing, though, Mando, and you do got to give him this. At least it doesn't say be less white like Coca-Cola's sensitivity training.
Well, didn't they have something?
Less white comfort.
White comfort, that's what it was. Less white comfort.
Well, that was just JJ denouncing white comfort.
Yeah, but that's still the whole Bad Robot Company.
What the fuck does that even mean?
No one fucking
It
knows
just
what it
sounds
means.
good. Nobody knows what it means. It's provocative.
Blades of glory. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but this
Prop to you.
is still a rumor. There's rumor of the Legendary Entertainment and Smallcast Pictures going to get it. It's going to go to JJ. It's just a rumor, but let's be honest.
Oh man, Fenrir.
Shit.
I think I'd rather just take the Flash Gordon reboot from the 2000s, the one on Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Flash.
Actually, no kid. I was actually really getting into that series. I did like that one, but then it only lasted like one season.
Oh, and speaking of Flash Gordon, there are rumors of Paramount trying to buy his rights. Seriously, why can't these fuckers get new ideas?
Hey,
Because they don't have creative minds.
I like it.
I mean, it's not hard to get a new idea. You just got to go around, think new things. I literally come up with 50 ideas a day. I'm not even lying. It's
I like
easy.
my only criticism. I wish that the tips of the wings kind of spread out further into so you got a bit more black to those. If that makes sense.
A bit.
Well, this is supposed to be the blue suit, no.
Dude, I like
this. Okay,
this.
fair enough.
This feels really Batman 89 to me. I like it.
Yeah. Well, the symbol, I don't know if you can probably tell, but the symbol is completely. I did that by hand. That was not. I didn't copy and paste a symbol or anything like that. But this is a by hand to digital sketch that I did.
I like that.
It's really uniform. I like it.
I wanted to go back to.
Real quick, looks like Jake D has to leave. So
Yes,
I want to
sir.
give time for Jake D to plug his channel real quick. So please plug your channel, Jake D.
Oh, yeah, thank you, V-Dub. Yeah, you can find me here on YouTube at Jake D. Do a search. I'll grab the link real quick and drop her in the
I
chat
am
here.
bad at. Oh, actually, I have it here on the Discord. I'm so terrible. I need a file with everyone's link, like everybody else, like a mature adult. But I'm not that smart. So here's
Dude, me
Jake D's
too.
link.
Me
in
too,
the
man.
Hashtag me
Please,
too.
sir. You would get hashtag me too for this, right?
Oh
But-
boy. I don't know. I probably got Me Too'd a long time ago, and nobody just bothered to tell me because I'm not important enough, you know. But no, we do lots of pop culture coverage. V-Dub and a couple of the other guys here, frequent guests on Howlin' About Entertainment, 5:15 Sunday evenings Central Time on my channel. So coming up tomorrow. And we're also going to be doing on Tuesday, I'm going to be joined by Ace Mr. Freeze. We're going to be talking about The Great Escapists, which is Richard Hammond and Tori Belleci. They got thrown onto an island shipwrecked, and they did like a mishmash of Top Gear and Mythbusters over 8 episodes, and it was hysterical. So we're going to be talking about that. And
like
what's that?
Sounds like gold.
Oh, yeah, it's Amazon Prime. So if you got Amazon, you can watch it right now. It was fun, man. It's a good show. Looking forward to talking about that. And also coming up pretty soon, doing some book reviews on a series of novels by a gentleman named Craig Allenson called The Expeditionary Force. And it's a really cool sci-fi series of novels. There are 11 of them that have been published since 2014. And just a lot of fun, good sci-fi action and comedy books. And I read through all 11 books in like 6 weeks. They were that good. So I'm going to start covering those, doing some reviews on those, as well as, whatever else comes up. I'm looking forward to trash talking Falcon and the Winter Soldier, because I have a feeling that's going to be absolutely awful. And we'll probably do some kind of closure on WandaVision in the near future as well. But V-Dub, thank you so much, sir. It is always a pleasure to be a guest on your show. And
thank you for joining, man.
Dude, as always, y'all have a wonderful evening.
Yeah. All right. You too, Jake. And I appreciate you being here, man. See you later. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, let's bring up your dope art, which because I know you gotta leave pretty soon yourself, Mando. Geek Probably says a great design fit for a shirt, and I agree. That's what the licensing is like. Robert says V-Dub. He'll shout out every one of us. I miss a lot of you guys' chats. I apologize about that. And then my JJ term is Abrams Jank. So now we're going up with the new word.
Geek, you're telling me that Batman should be on a t-shirt? How are we going to do that? Because
who would ever?
Unless I create a border for it, that could work.
Who would ever dream of putting a superhero character on a t-shirt?
No, it's just how would I do it with the design I made wasn't really meant to go on a t-shirt. It was just something I was fooling around with.
It'd be good for a postcard.
Yeah, I was thinking of a poster or something like that.
I mean, hell, I'd even like to see that as like a cut out sticker.
Yeah. Kai MFS says peace out to Jake. So yeah, shout out to JD. I appreciate him showing up on the show. And sub to him if you haven't already. His channel is growing, and all of us are growing together, and that's really a cool thing because all of our channels are kind of getting bigger as time goes on. So are we all kind of to go circle all the way back to Superman and his antics? It seems like everyone's kind of just like expecting the worst. Is there any
well, what's the news? I haven't heard about it yet.
The news? Oh, okay. I guess I can report some of the news. Basically, the news is that Ta-Nehisi Coates, who was a writer. Are you familiar with Ta-Nehisi Coates? And I don't know if work is the right word, but are you familiar with what he does, Ta-Nehisi Coates?
His name sounds familiar.
He wrote. He's an activist who was able to write Captain America and Black Panther, and he said some crazy things about 9/11 workers. And
in his own memoirs, worth pointing
Oh,
out.
is this the guy? Okay, I heard about he's talking about how 9/11 people were like evil or something. Or like,
yeah.
He basically took delight in watching them run into the towers.
Black Panther comic was trash on its own. I mean, it was incredibly racist. He literally made T'Challa form a team where the main way of you to enter is just being black. And let's not forget the insanely anti-Semitic messages he was sending to Casper Cole, the black, half-Jewish character of the team.
Well, that's awkward because his new boss is
dude.
J.J. Abrams.
Send me a link to that in the private chat because I definitely want to check that out.
See, I didn't know anything about how the characters I've never read his
I know
run.
nothing about this because I don't really follow a lot of the modern Marvel comics.
Oh, I haven't read any modern Marvel stuff in a while. Well, I think one of the last things I was.
I literally say for your good, do not grab anything Ta-Nehisi Coates has written or worked on. That man he kills your will to live.
You know, we need to promote more classic comics, more modern, more classic comics, good comics. That's what I've been reading lately. I think the newest thing I picked up was like from the 80s.
Exactly. I'm reading Legions of Superheroes from the 90s and the 80s again. Because the modern ones by Bendis are just pretty much trash. Confusing as hell.
Bendis is he did one good thing. That's Ultimate Spider-Man, and the more I've seen and read some of his stuff that's not Ultimate Spider-Man, the more I think that Ultimate Spider-Man's success probably attributes more to Mark Bagley, who at the time of Ultimate Spider-Man being made would have been 1991, so he would have been an 8 to 9 year Spidey art vet. So he would know the character from working with David Michelini and for years with the character, and that's probably why it was good. Because Mark Bagley left 2009, so from 2010 to 2012, which Mark Bagley came back to draw the death of Peter Parker in Ultimate Spider-Man. But essentially from 2000 to 2009, that's when Mark Bagley worked with Brian Michael Bendis on Ultimate Spider-Man, and when it was widely accepted as good. And then you notice a lot of people say from 2010 onwards, Ultimate Spider-Man wasn't that great. And mind you, the art was pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that, just because it wasn't Bagley. Like, the art varied, but you think, it's the same writer, so why should the storytelling have gone down too? Because Brian Michael Bendis just sucks. He's a one-trick pony, if you ask me. Because if you read some of his 2005 through 2006 Avengers stuff, I think it was like the New Avengers or something. Read some of that and then compare it to his modern Superman stuff, and there's a lot of similarities and not in a good way.
Or I could recommend you read Asterix. It's so it is a French comic that was started in like the 70s, and they made like 38 volumes of it.
Oh wow!
Here, I'll share
real quick while you're sharing that. We forgot our goal of this podcast. It's to get Fenrir to 50. He's at 47 subs. His birthday. He just turned 19. For his birthday. We just need 3 of you in this chat. There's 5 or 6. If you haven't already, please give my man Fenrir the Ice Wolf the nice sub. But let's see. With Hardcast. This is Asterix in the Goss. I've never heard of this. Looks Bear Bear's ass almost.
Oh yeah. So this is a French comic, and there's been quite a few of these. Like I said, there's about 38 of them. And the art is.
If any of you there's a tip. You should look for Loki Luke and Tintin comics too. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they're like a little barbarian village in northern France that has the Roman Empire trying to conquer the territory, but they have this like, but they keep beating them at like every time they try to come and take the village back, and they go on little adventures to like in one they go to, Britain, they go to Spain. I think at one point they go to the Americas, and there were actually like several movies of it. So you can go out and find some of the movies. That some of them are on Amazon Prime.
Movies are pretty good. They even had one with Cleopatra in the 90s or 80s, if I remember.
Yep. My favorite is Asterix and the 12. It's like the 12 task. Basically, they go on undergo effectively the 12 trials of Hercules. And in one of the trials, they have to simply deal with bureaucracy. So they're simply told, go into this building and request Form 37C. And then they get the runaround, having to go to this window on this floor, down this hallway, and as they're walking in, you see all these people that are just acting like they're in a nut house, like beep, 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 beep. And it's like, oh, the House of Madness.
Seriously, how come
I
French
cannot recommend this series enough.
I mean, how is it possible that French comics have not dominated American ones? I mean, they have so much good stories to tell. I mean,
I keep hearing
granted,
good things about French comics.
There is another French comic series I'm really into called Dwarves.
Dwarves. I've heard that before.
From Delcourt. And it's... Here, I'll pull up one of the... It's got beautiful art. Every story is its own standalone thing, just a tale of a dwarf being a dwarf.
Oh,
and unfortunately, they're like only digital. They have not made these they have not printed them in English. So you have to like get it through you have to go through Comixology, or you have to find it somewhere in like Barbados.
Hey, Ironcaster, I'm sorry to tell you, but dwarves are offensive. They're a stereotype of small people as magical beings. They're racist.
I'll have you know the dwarves are a proud people.
This is probably something I should say if they figured out about this. Hell, they compare ogres and Jewish people to goblins, so of course they'd probably take the dwarves as a...
And orcs are, of course, black people. We also have to remember that.
Say that second one again. I've been compared to a goblin.
Yeah, apparently they think Jewish people are goblins somehow.
J.K. Rowling, apparently.
I mean, I've known
J.K. Rowling say that?
Harry Potter, the goblins.
Jews have horns,
what do they do?
and that's why we wear yarmulkes and all that. And you know, we always make fun of that one, but really?
I've never heard that one.
Really?
Seriously, they're saying that goblins are Jewish people. My fucking God. How can these people not see the racism is them?
Well, these are the same people that think it's not racist when you are being racist against white people. So,
yeah, they don't. I mean, hence Ta-Nehisi Coates becoming the new Superman writer. And I actually put up an article, and I was looking at the comments in this article. Man, I kind of want to go to that real quick since it was brought up.
I like to think that the Gina floodgates have gone and caused more people to start calling this stuff out and getting more vocal.
Yeah, they're going after Rosario Dawson now.
Not so much. First off, gotta love woke deadline with this very woke and I heard inaccurate retelling because they're just advertising another movie in the background. But Mike hopes we get a black Superman, and wokeness will turn. Wokeness will be to him what spinach is to Popeye, according to Anonymous. In fact, if Superman is white in this, then there's a big problem. So, and there's people who combat that, of course, but I mean, there is that contingent who cannot wait to see a black Superman so they cannot watch it. And and there's the people. He's a fictional character. They go back and forth, and the Black Panther. But there are people in these comments. I just kind of wanted to show that who can't wait to have woker man, more dour than a woker motive.
These people hardly ever watch any of this shit, and like when they do, it's like, oh, it's the best thing ever. But when they don't, it's like they just hate on you for not liking it, as opposed to just spouting it's the best thing ever.
It's the phobe, yeah. More dourful than a woker motive, and it's our Superman leaping tall,
leaping tall oppression in a single tweet.
Yeah, there you go. A single tweet. So yeah, there is that part of it who's happy for this.
So much for tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I feel like there's a numbness though, not just in this podcast, but I mean the one where we talked about. If you guys were watching the Fireball podcast, the MF Lounge, the MF Cocktail Lounge yesterday. Shout out to Fireball Productions. We started talking about everything else but this. We started talking about anime. We started talking about all the cool stuff we still like. Even on this podcast, started talking about comics. It went into some of the terrible runs when we got into French comics.
There's a reason for that, and this is something I've been doing this for years now. I've been telling people this for years, and I still believe it. And that is, we got to stop. We like a lot of channels do this, and that's fine. That's their thing. I'm not going to tell them how to work, do stuff. I'm just going to say I'm still going to speak my opinion though, and that is, I think we shouldn't spend all of our time hating on things. And for instance, with Star Wars, I think Star Wars is dead. Just let it die already. And I know
that's my point. I can feel like that's the energy.
What shit is about to enter Disney Plus? How can they think about feeding that?
Gotta move on. It's dead. Move on. Stop. Stop crying about it and move on and go to better things. Things are still good. New things.
Absolutely.
New ideas.
It's like we need to kind of touch on these things just to kind of get the general audience, but then use that as a springboard to go talk about the more niche things. Go talk with these smaller things. I mean,
I think I feel like a lot of us have moved on already. We're already. This isn't the first or the last thing. We've already moved on, and we're already at a point where it's like, okay, so they made Superman woke. What else is on? You know what I mean? That seems to be the vibe I'm getting. And we have a late addition to the Brave and the Bold, none other. And I can't believe he's slumming it up with us, Paulie from Latino Slant. Hell, Paulie.
Don't forget the superhero landing.
Yeah,
the bravest, the boldest, the brownest,
and the boldest, and the brownest. Yeah,
I am the real Latino Slant.
Yeah, Latino
I just wanted to say hello. What's happening, fellas?
Hey, how's it going, buddy?
I just realized that it's 9:10. I need to go start my show.
Oh yeah.
I know it sucks. I'm just like, oh crap! I had to leave right as Paulie joined. That's so rude. But
no, dude, do your thing.
Yeah, it shows 10 minutes late. He made my logo, which is awesome.
Oh, you did? Oh, wonderful.
He did. Yes, he did.
My own logo too.
Mando, I'll have to hit you up to.
Oh, totally, dude. I'll put my Discord in the chat if you want.
Have a great.
Okay.
I'm in your Discord server, I believe, but I'll put my Discord in the chat anyways, in the private chat.
Okay, and then I'll put it in the chat, and then I'll put I got the Mando merch channel, and I'll probably put casting. I'll put everything. So
I'm gonna do live and Casting Shadows. I don't do live
and Casting Shadows. So I'll just put that one in. I'm unlike everyone else. I don't have a list with everyone's thing, and I should.
I gotta start.
Go ahead.
Something.
Yes, go ahead. Plug your stuff.
But yeah, I'm Mando Merck, the creator and owner of Casting Shadows, and I'm about to go live in 4 minutes now with episode 16 of my weekly podcast, Casting Shadows, and we talk about all things escapism. This week, we're going to be talking about Star Citizen because, of course, we do. It's every week. But we're also going to be talking about Halo TV show news, Halo Infinite news, obviously the Superman show, and some Spider-Man stuff too. And plus, we got a few other gaming stories that we might cover, as well as some comic book stuff. So, if you have time, or we usually go for a pretty long time. So, if you have time tonight, check us out if you want.
Yeah, I lurk on a lot of your streams. Really cool. Like because I know nothing about Star Citizen, but it's kind of cool watching you play. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun, and I enjoy playing it for you guys. So, all right, and on that note, I'm going to head off. So, thank you.
All right, and here's his Discord as well. If you want to hit him up, and like I said, he did my logo. Everyone seems to like it. I love it. So thank you again for joining, and again, thank you for the logo. I appreciate you, man.
Anytime, man. Take care, guys.
Peace, Mando.
All right. So, Paulie, you just jumped in. What are your thoughts on being more doubtful than a locomotive? What do you think about the new Ta-Nehisi Coates and J.J. Abrams Superman that we're getting? Paulie? Uh-oh. The CIA got Paulie.
Oh.
That's what happens. That pesky CIA. They're going after everybody. Hopefully Paul
it's either the
comes
CIA
back.
or the NSS.
CIA, NSS, YouTube themselves. Everybody is coming after everybody here. I don't know if I don't know what happened with Paulie. I don't know if it was
maybe he left.
Yeah, maybe he did left.
Okay, just got your link. Quick question: is this the full movie or just the scene?
Oh, that's just that scene.
Oh man,
Okay.
come on!
I can
Just,
send you the full movie later. Oh, don't worry. I'll send you the full thing.
yeah, I prefer the whole thing. I'm a huge Asterix and Obelix fan. I mean, those two are just hilarious together. Their adventures are amazing. Seriously, how are the French not beating the Americans now?
I was just American comics just got obsessed with the superhero, and
There was also this comic book called Yakiri about a Native American kid. It was pretty good. I mean, there was some stereotypes, but it was insanely good. Done by a white guy.
really, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, it's good. It's about a little Indian Native American boy growing and surviving in the old times of
Oh, I gotta check this out.
developing.
I'm
Sounds pretty
Native
fun.
American actually.
Good. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Is it Native American that you look like it, or is it Elizabeth Warren kind of deal?
Oh, I'm more of the Elizabeth Warren variety. Though I should point out, I am a tribal member.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Like,
at least
quite literally, they gave me a card, so I can actually play the race card.
okay. Then
you have your own race card.
Yeah.
Awesome.
well, if you've participated in the rituals, done everything, then you're actually more Native American than pretty much her.
Oh yeah,
Because
Elizabeth Warren is what.
The answer will always be A through Z. No one just gives a shit.
Yeah. I hope Paulie comes back. I don't know what happened to Paulie.
Let's see if he's not dead. Okay, gentlemen, give me a minute. I need to go do something.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
then.
but back, I guess the point I was trying to make before everyone started to leave was that just seems to be like just acceptance. I think we've had so much wokeness. You would think that Superman is this beloved character, and that changing him will be impactful. But I mean, Superman hasn't been the major character even in DC for almost 2 decades. It's been Batman who's replaced him as the top guy in DC. He's not really the same beloved character he was when I was a kid in the 90s. Superman was the top hero, but as beloved as I think he is still, it's not like that. And I feel like with all of the wokening of everything, changing all of these characters for years and years, and all these reboots for years and years, I almost feel like, no one really, like, I felt that in the podcast yesterday, and I feel that today. There's almost acceptance of what happened. We just accept, and they're like, okay, we're just, like Mando Merck said, it's dead, it's gone, and we're moving on. I feel like we're going quicker in the grieving cycle of these franchises because they're killing them so often. It's like, all right, well, it's over.
Hey, Arncasters, I found something. Have you ever heard of a book called The Dalton Brothers?
No, I haven't.
Oh, come on. That is literally one of the top tiers when it comes to French comic books. Look for them.
You said the Dalton brothers?
Yes, or Les Dalton, depends.
See, I said my spiel. We just started talking about something. No, you can go back to it, but I mean, I don't think anyone cares about Superman anymore. Superman's dead already. That's what. No, it's fine. It's fine because I think it's proven Superman was dead before this announcement even happened, and this just whatever hope Superman had died completely.
They just don't know how to do them, and the whole concept of last son of Krypton just died a long time ago because, again, it was supposed to be the last one of its kind, but they were constantly bringing up new Kryptonians over and over again. It made sense when it was just Superman, his cousin, and Superboy, the freaking clone.
Yeah,
Makes sense, but there's just too many around. It doesn't make much sense anymore.
Well, they were always trying to. Back then, they were always trying to find new things to add. They brought in Supergirl. They brought in Crypto. They brought in. They had to go back and tell adventures of Superman as a kid, as a teenager. So you got the Superboy stuff.
Those made a little sense.
yeah. But in general, I don't think. I think I don't think people care as much as they want. I think there definitely is a rage bait element to this whole story. There definitely is a group of people who want us to get mad and be up in arms. And I mean, I'm not saying that nobody is. I feel like this channel and a lot of these channels are because we have usually in the hundreds of subs. Paulie left us.
Oh,
it's okay, Paulie. It's okay.
I can say I've been on the stream with him now.
Yeah, you were on the stream. You were on the stream.
They got him for good.
But you know what though? I kind of figure why is he slumming it down here? He's big time now. He's closer to 1,000. He's like 700 subs. I think he's gonna be close to. He's gonna be over 1,000 pretty soon. If he's not at 800, I don't know. It's been a couple of days since I checked. But a lot of these channels, because we're a little bit close to the ground, smaller subs under 1,000. I feel like there's just more of a we can connect with the fans. I can talk to you guys even when I miss a lot of your chats, and I apologize. But I don't see, it's easier for us to kind of see what people are saying because there's not thousands of people going at once. And I'm just not seeing a lot of oh no, how could they do this? Like people cared more about what they did with Star Wars than they do with this.
I gotta give props to Robert there in the chat.
Yeah, I love that. I was gonna say, yeah, cryptocurrency missed opportunity. Yeah. Poor crypto. But there's not the same it doesn't feel like it's Star Wars. It doesn't feel like even Doctor Who. This almost feels Game of Thrones-esque. Like when Game of Thrones went shitty, they just said, all right, we're done. Like the fans just it took a while, but once they finally were all on board with Game of Thrones being shitty, the fans just abandoned it and they were just done. And that's what this almost feels like, where the fans are just like, all right, we're going to wait for our Snyder cut. We're going to hope that changes things. If it doesn't, fuck you, we're done. And yeah, which is sad because WB has a couple properties that I like. They have the Mortal Kombat and the King Kong versus Godzilla property in the movies that are coming out in the next couple months. I think a lot of people are interested in, but it looks like they're gonna, long term doesn't look good. With JJ Abrams,
not much. Yeah, not a lot of hope.
I hope.
I'm just literally waiting for King Kong.
I think there's gonna be a couple good fights at least. But we're probably going to see
Everyone
a lot
really
of
wants to see
humans on the sidelines talking, which has always been a Godzilla thing.
I don't want to see humans in hallways talking about their feelings.
No one cares about the humans. They just want to see two giant monsters beat each other to near death.
But I gotta point out, I mean, we gotta have that human element in there to mirror the damage that's being done.
You just need humans to look scared. You need a couple characters to look scared. Give them max 20 minutes of runtime, cut throughout all the fight scenes. This should be mega violent, as much action as it can be from pillar to post. That's what I would want. And yeah, Godzillionaire, Hell Godzillionaire. Apparently, because he knows all the Godzilla family, he knows that Mecha Godzilla is showing up. Maybe Godzillionaire funded Mecha Godzilla's appearance. Who knows? He is a Godzillionaire. It's possible. But yeah, they tease that Mecha Godzilla is showing up, and that's, I mean, we all know how this is gonna go. First, Kong and Godzilla are gonna fight, and then Mecha Godzilla is gonna be the villain, and then they're gonna team up to fight him. But I do still wonder if we'll still go ahead.
old stereotype. We're fighting, but then we become friends, and we're gonna be the villain, and somehow blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I wonder if we'll still get a winner. I mean, if you look at Batman versus Superman, as awkward as that, Martha scene is, they let it be like Batman won that fight in universe for whatever you think about it. Batman was the winner in Batman versus Superman for that fight.
Just imagine if his mother's name wasn't Martha. Wasn't Martha in these ones. How the fuck was that gonna work?
Yeah, if her name was Anne, Superman would be dead as fuck. Like Martha, I don't know who that bitch is. Death.
Well, I mean, we all know how that King Kong movie's gonna end. King Kong's gonna be pressing down, or Godzilla's gonna be pressing down on King Kong's neck, and King Kong's look up and say, "Save Mothra."
Yes. Mothra. Why did you say that name?
Oh shit! Oh, he hated my joke.
Oh man, we're just losing people left and right. Not so brave or bold. I guess it's the Michigan only version of the Vigilante Williamson Brave and the Bold. Even though I don't live in Michigan currently, Heincaster still does.
We the Mitten Men.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. The plot seems like, according to Godzillionaire, says the plot seems like a cheap ripoff of the original Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla movie. Bad Godzilla destroys stuff because he's a robot. Okay, Fimber is back.
Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry about that.
I thought you just hated my joke.
Yeah.
Oh no,
it was a pretty good joke.
No, what was the joke?
It was
Save
Mothra.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, it makes sense.
I thought it was solid.
I really think they could go to that level. I wouldn't doubt it.
No, I don't. I have high hopes for this movie.
See, but yeah, I think Godzillionaire is pretty much on point. That's what I was already kind of assuming going in.
Yeah, I'm not expecting this to be high art as far as the plot, nor do I want it to be. Same with Mortal Kombat. I'm looking for simple action movies that focus more on the action and let as little on humans or normal people and their feelings. I don't want to see people in the hallway talking about their feelings. I just don't. Nobody does.
We just want to see monsters killing each other.
Yeah, destroying buildings, very epic scenes, and this is a movie that I want to see in theaters. So this is not something I'm going to just check out on HBO Max. I'm going to try to figure a way to see it in a theater. So yeah, I'm really excited for Godzilla versus Kong and Mortal Kombat. Those two movies I'm probably the most excited for, not only this year, but in the case of Mortal Kombat, I haven't really wanted to see a movie as much as I want to see Mortal Kombat and forever. I can't remember the last time I saw a trailer and immediately wanted to see a movie. Like, we're talking, sheesh, outside of the MCU and like the Dark Knight. I mean, maybe the MCU era of like Civil War. That's probably the last time I saw a trailer like, oh, I want to see this movie. It's a long time. And even before then, Dark Knight.
But most importantly, who's your go-to guy in Mortal Kombat?
Either Sub-Zero.
In the game was Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero.
Or if you had the three, Ultimate, I really like Sub-Zero, Cyrax. Those bombs were
Sub-Zero.
I love Cyrax.
Or Johnny Cage. Those are my three.
Johnny Cage was cool as well.
In the latest games, it was a newer character, that Errol Finn, the Errol Black.
Oh,
Aaron Black.
Yeah,
the cowboy,
the gunslinger.
Is he based off of Errol Flynn? Because I don't know if you know that's like a Detroit thing, the Errol Flynn.
Oh,
maybe not.
Robin Hood.
Yeah, because he was like it was like a gang thing back in the early '80s where they would do the Errol Flynn. It was like a dance.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
Yeah. I guess because like they loved Errol Flynn, so he was like the thing.
Aaron. I was thinking of Aaron Black.
Okay. Sorry, I'm giving you guys Detroit gang references from before I was born. Let me see. This is why I love the Pacific Rim movie so much. Giant robots punching monsters for 2 hours. Yeah, that's what we want to see. Hail Ogre Squasher. He says, hey, y'all. Hope everybody is well. Yeah, we're doing well. We hope you're well too, Ogre Squasher. Squashing those ogres.
Gotta keep them down.
Yeah. Have you seen the trailer for Willy's Wonderland? That one looks amazing. I have. That's the Nicolas Cage one.
Yep.
where he's in that weird. Well, that looks pretty cool. That looks pretty cool.
I like thinking about the fact of how like Nicolas Cage like gets these movies. He's like, I wanna be in a movie with animatronics, and I don't want to say a word.
Yeah,
I just want to go on a bloody violent rampage and Five Nights at Freddy's.
He's gotten some cool recent roles with this, and he has that other the Unbearable something of Talent where he's himself. It's almost like JCVD style where he's himself, but he's in a real life situation. It's kind of a parody, and I kind of want to see that as coming up.
I kind of miss the days of like all the Nicolas Cage being that sort of internet icon from like 2 or 3 years back.
Yeah, the bees, not the bees. I used to send that meme to everyone.
I'm gonna take my face off.
Jay Molina and Smoke are Robert's go-to. And Gazillionaire brings up, yes, you could. Those damn blades I'm talking about the old ones. I'm not sure about the newer ones. But yeah, you could really spam Baraka's attacks if you wanted to be cheap. But then you could use a projectile to kind of, if you backed up. But if you were in the corner, you were screwed. But if you were backed up, you could always use projectiles or hop over them and use projectiles to kind of stop that. Nicolas Cage, how much are you paying? Castles aren't cheap.
I need 5 movies this week.
So as far, but I guess I don't know if I want to go back to Superman. I don't think anyone cares. I think they're finally starting to quote unquote win, but I don't think they're really winning. All they're doing is empowering other franchises, empowering us to talk about other stuff.
But at what cost?
I mean, at the cost of a lot of this culture. Oh, hell, Geek Tripology is back. I appreciate it. Back like he never left. And the Cage went to the MC Hammer School finance management. Didn't Nicolas Cage have the same sort of you know what? Didn't he used to really love Lamborghinis and shit?
So he was buying like T-Rex skulls and
yeah.
And as long as you don't go to the Wesley Snipes School of Financial Management.
Well, yeah, gotta pay the taxes. Even though I think with him, I think he had like a bad financial manager. That's another thing. You gotta make sure people are actually doing what they say they're supposed to be doing, which sucks. That whole thing sucks. But yeah, pay your taxes. But yeah, Nicolas Cage, that's another thing that I think is going to happen. You have all these niche movies that Nicolas Cage is doing, that Mel Gibson is even doing. Those weird kind of fun movies are niche that people are gravitating to. People are just going to splinter their interests. All these tentpole franchises want to keep destroying things. You know, every single week is something new, whether it's Gina Carano, whether it's whether it's this Superman junk. Every week is something that some big franchise is telling you why you're wrong. Coca-Cola is telling you it's okay to be white. Oreos is reminding you that trans people exist. It's like all of this stuff is just, people are just trying to say, okay, we get it, whatever. Because we're numb to it now. It's not new. Not 2017 anymore. We're all freaking out that we're being called racist for hating Star Wars movies. Now it's like, okay, it's just another crazy campaign by a bunch of crazy people we don't care about. We're just going to not give them money and focus on what we like. And that just seems to be the energy I'm getting from the people. And I can't believe this. Back to the slums, he comes. Paulie Latino Slant is back. How you doing, man?
Why do you say that?
I feel like you're slumming it around with us, and I appreciate that you are. I appreciate it.
I honestly thought I got you, or the NSA.
Yeah, we thought the CIA may have got you, the NSA, FBI, who knows?
Or everything else Machete was.
Yeah.
FBI, CIA, DEA, all rolled into one.
What are we talking about?
I don't even remember anymore. I want to watch the movie again.
We began with Superman, and now we're just speaking of shit that we like. Shit we actually like.
Women.
Yeah, I love women.
Sorry, I like women.
Yeah. Well, hey, everyone loves women.
We like.
Well, except for the
we
wokies.
do love the ladies.
Yeah, except for the wokies. They love destroying women.
The
you
wokies?
do not date a woke woman. Don't do it. Date a woke woman. Yeah, well,
the wokies,
I already
or
did
as
that.
the cultural locust is my favorite term for them.
I already did that, and I almost fell into a very dark path. That had to end fast.
Mm. Well, you know, as Mrs. Slant puts it, she tells me when she's on this I'm conservative, on this I'm that. I appreciate an honest woman. You know what I mean?
well, that's how most people are with anything. That's how you're, okay.
Correct.
You usually take topic from topic. I'm not talking about somebody who may have some. I'm talking about like we talked about him earlier. The blue-haired, scary. Mary G was talking about him. The scary, SJ, like crazy woke. That's what I mean by woke. Like don't do that to yourself.
Oh no. That's...
Like don't go. Oh, she's cute and their hair is purple. No Ramona Flowers. Don't do that no more. It's not 2010. You can't play that game. You can't play
gotcha.
that game.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Back in
They're
2010.
hot and you just it's you when they're hot and you meet them for the first time, but then shit starts going down. You start seeing the errors and all the bullshit. You just can't do it anymore. It doesn't fucking matter. She's hot. You just gotta run the fuck away fast.
Yeah.
You know, I remember back when that movie came out. I had the choice between seeing The Expendables and seeing Scott Pilgrim in the theaters. Guess which one I wound up choosing to see?
I'm not sure. I would have probably went with Expendables at the time.
That's what I should have done.
You didn't like Scott Pilgrim?
You guys didn't like Scott Pilgrim?
It's all right, but but it was a Schwarzenegger movie. It was a Stallone movie on the big screen.
Wait. No, I'm talking. No, you didn't. But you didn't like Scott Pilgrim.
No, Scott Pilgrim's fine, but I should have gone for the Stallone flick.
Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking The Incredibles. I'm like, why? Okay. Expendables. Yeah, that's a big difference. That's a big difference.
Yeah, it's a huge difference between The Expendables
and Scott Pilgrim.
The Incredibles.
Right.
And
yeah. Okay, I'm with you guys. I'm sorry, man. I'm just hanging out here.
Hey, no worries, man. No worries. Speaking of, like you said, you just got here. Did you hear about the J.J. Abrams Ta-Nehisi Coates Superman project that got announced yesterday? That has some people up in arms and some people completely apathetic. It seems.
Oh God!
My theory is so much damage has been done that people are starting to say, "Oh, you just destroyed another franchise."
No one cares. No one cares anymore about Superman. That is just sad. Injustice in the American way has died.
And it happened before this. This is just them taking a corpse and like, hey, remember Superman? We're trying to reanimate it with wokeness. I think he's already been dead. And I think that's really the point. But I'm going to stop talking and let you talk. Finally.
I really like Superman and Lois, the TV show. I saw the first episode.
A lot of people are pretty positive on that. And I still have not.
I'm gonna give it one more episode. I'm gonna wait one more episode before I start to watch it. I want to at least wait and hear the reviews for like the second episode. If it's still good at that point, I'm jumping in.
Well, the setup I like because it's Superman being a father to two young men. They're his sons. So I'm like, and then they're and sorry if I'm going to spoil it. So,
that's fine. A little spoilers.
I've heard
spoiler alert for
spoilers. But we got a brace for any the audience who don't know yet.
Yeah. Spoilers. Put me on mute. Don't worry. My girlfriend does it all the time.
Well, real quick, Robert has this. You sound a little sniffly. Do you need a Latinx as opposed to Latinx?
See, I just ignore all those Latinx stuff. Jokers.
I've been calling it Latinx.
I just can't believe
it's Latinx. They say Latinx. I know a lot of people in the business that use it. That use that.
Are any of them actual Latinos or Latinas using Latinx?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. In the entertainment business, a lot of people are using it. I don't understand, but I don't use it.
Yeah, because I saw a big article like where they were mad that people weren't using it. It was this Caucasian SJW mad that it was
Well, that's the thing. The majority of people don't. They don't even know what it is. Like in the real world, like 3% use it. But in the Hollywood circles, because those are the ones that propagate it, it's like they're using it. And even like people I've known for a long time, which what I don't like is that they're like, taking old, films like La Bamba or Blood In, Blood Out, calling it a Latinx movie. I'm like, shit, no.
Look, I don't give a shit about this Latinx because, let's be honest, it's only going to keep up in America. You think they're going to start saying this shit in Spain? They're going to laugh their shits off at you.
Man,
this is just
say that, but look at the woke haircut. Look at the woke prototype. That's starting to be exported. So you never know.
So I was saying about Superman, I like the setup of that they're going back to the farm, to the Kent farm, and to raise their sons and to save the farm. And I do think Captain Luthor is black though. I did see, like, they didn't show his face. I saw his bald head.
Look, I have this theory. They call him Captain Luthor, but they don't say his name is Lex. So I have this theory. Either he's from an alternate universe, or he's Lex Luthor's son or grandson from the future. Because he said that his world was destroyed. So it's a possibility he comes from the future where a member of the Super family destroyed his world.
And that would make sense because his technology is so advanced. Like, because I kept thinking, I'm like, well, those are jets. But he's faster than Superman? Like, what's going on here? I thought that was pretty cool.
This seems like Legion of Superheroes kind of advance.
Well, yeah, and I wanted to read up more on that also too. I wanted to re-see was it Crisis of Earths?
Crisis of Infinite
Earths?
Yeah. So yeah. Now as far as so that I'm hopeful for. I'm not really hopeful on this JJ thing. A couple of insider people that I know saying that it's probably going to die in development, which I really hope. I hope it doesn't get out of development.
Promising.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, it's There's just so many problems going on with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Geek Tropology says they don't get complexity. That's why they write like they write. They write what they are, a caricature of a human being. Yeah. They very much are.
Hey, all it's done is just get us to find some other things. Go digging into the past, finding some great new media to explore. Me and Fenrir were talking about French comics.
Yeah, maybe you would have never found French comics if American comics didn't get so terrible. Maybe you would have. Who knows? Polly Palpy is a perfect representation. I've never heard of this franchise of SJW franchises. A corpse hanging around, and then Godzillionaire. Oh, is that what he's trying to say? Palpatine? Like, is that what he's calling Ray Polly Poppy? Because that would be great if he.
Let me see. Poppy. No, he's saying like
Palpy.
Pop, like Daddy Palpy, like Poppy Palpy.
Go for Papa Palpatine.
Yeah, exactly.
Palpatine. I see. Polly. I can't read. Godzillionaire says he's Captain Vandross Luther as opposed to Luther Vandross. I like that.
That's funny.
I like that.
Godzillionaire's coming onto the scene.
Never too much. Never too much.
I'm liking the guy's handle and his avatar.
Yeah. I like the Captain Vandross Luther.
But
he's gonna be the next Fat Steven Seagal.
You never know. We all had high hopes for him, and now look what's happened to him.
Yeah.
Kidding, by the way.
Yeah. But I hope the development death, that would be lovely for this. But what about the Henry Cavill thing? Because that's still a separate issue. If Henry Cavill then gone completely? Like, what are they going to do with Superman?
It's a money issue. It's always been a money issue, So here's the thing: is that him and The Rock have the same manager, same representation. They want to do something together. So that'll probably happen where he guest appears as Superman.
Yeah, that was the whole point of the Black Adam thing in the first place, wasn't it?
And then they could bring in Shazam.
Right, because he was supposed to do Shazam, but that became more of a of a money thing. And now Henry's a much bigger star now than 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So
they're still doing the whole Shazam bullshit.
I don't know if they're doing it in the big screen. I almost heard that they
Mhm.
weren't, but they're apparently still doing the Shazam in the comics because you can't use
Shazam.
Shazam. Hello, Robert.
Godzilla there beat up Fat Steve.
Yeah.
Yes.
Godzilla
Yes.
that beat up Fat Steven Seagal. Uh-oh. Now
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, now we have chat beef with Steven
Wow.
Seagal.
I'm
And
sorry.
that's awesome.
We got to clip
Boilo
this.
Palpatine.
Fat Steven, you're going down.
Oh,
Down,
man.
Bato. Down, Bato.
As if I need more beef with Fat Steven Seagal. Guess the beef will never
I'm sorry,
die
but
with me, Fat
characters
Steven.
can have the name Black. They can't have Black on their name anymore. What about Black Panther,
Nope.
Black Canary, Black Lightning? No more longer can that be? The
Nope.
fuck?
It's a BIPOC Panther, white
Shazam.
Canary,
Yeah.
and
That already
BIPOC Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
That
but no, it's just only Caucasian Karen Canary, Katie Canary. I don't know what they're gonna do. And Shazam, as Shakira is doing a superhero movie. If it was 20 years ago, I'd be all for that. Shakira is a superhero movie, unless she's still hot. Then yeah, we can do the Gilf.
Yeah, she's still a good looking lady.
Okay. Could you imagine if the Daily Wire produced a movie starring Henry Cavill and Gina Carano? They used to date. I'm not sure if that would work. Directed by Zack Snyder. I'm really not sure that would work. Call it Fade In FU. Is this something for the hub? Fade In FU Godzilla. I'm not sure where you're going.
Fade In
It's a joke.
it's a joke.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know,
Yeah.
but the FU part is what I'm referencing.
Fade In.
Fade In.
She did a video about Star Wars. She read from the script, but apparently she's not smart enough not to read the fade in part out loud.
Or the fade out part.
Hmm.
She read that as well. And
Fade
Geek
in.
Apology said it would be Trans Canary, and I think he's
Trans Canary.
right. Yeah.
Hey,
So-
Geek Tropology's got some voiceover some Spanish voiceovers he owes me. What's going on? ¿Qué pasó? Get back to work.
FU to Hollywood, he says. Okay.
F you to Hollywood. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I guess that is interesting because they dated before like Gina became kind of famous as an actress at least.
Mhm.
And now that back-to-back weeks, it seems they both are being canceled. So it was a couple weeks ago for Gina, but yeah, this is pretty crazy to me that Henry Cavill. It's so hard to recast Superman from Christopher Reeve. It's so hard to find somebody that can fill in shoes like that, and then you finally find somebody that can, and you just misuse him for a decade. That's just really, really sad. Now it looks like you don't get a chance to ever make that Superman movie with Henry Cavill.
Well, and if it gets out of development, it'll probably ruin it for another generation, and then
Definitely, it'll destroy it for the kids of
It's
tomorrow.
like the character's basically just surviving on fumes at this point.
Yeah. I think the way this announcement's been received, the menace just shows this character had already been pretty destroyed. I've long said that the whole evil Superman trope from Injustice, from all these other characters, the Homelanders of the world, they've really kind of destroys people's faith in Superman, and ironically, at least in my book, made Superman more unique and necessary because the idea of somebody just being that powerful and not being evil is almost an interesting character for all these deconstructed, nihilistic characters that we have now. I think the idealism, the optimism of Superman is something that I'm looking for and I want, and it's interesting that that's not what we get, and I think that's kind of killed the character's popularity for a lot of people, at least this generation of kids.
Yeah, we need positivity, not negativity. We need peace. The world is depressing. Stop trying to make it depressing.
I mean, these characters like Superman came about from the Great Depression when people's expectations were at their lowest. That's where you had this amazing burst of creativity. That's where we got the Shadow. That's where we got Superman, Batman.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said the Shadow and Batman. Technically, they're kind of the same.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. We don't want to get Bob Case Estate in any more trouble than he. They're actually was it the Shadow that there were stories that they were literally frame from frame stolen in some of the early Batman?
Yeah. Rumor has it if you say the Shadow and Batman in the same sentence 5 times, Razor Fist will appear. To call you out.
What's this thing with because I know who Razor Fist is, but I'm not big enough. What's this thing with Shadow and Batman?
All right, so the Shadow was one of these detective heroes. He was this rich vigilante who had the secondary life. He was expert in all these different fields. He was this vengeful vigilante. Basically, he's the prototype for what Batman became.
Yeah, I have heard that.
And the Alec Baldwin movie is pretty good.
That'd be a fun one to see tonight.
It's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah. We just finished watching the TV series Your Honor with Bryan Cranston. It's a drama. Oh, it's amazing. It's brutal. Really? It's brutal. Yeah, even though like the backdrop is that he's a judge in New Orleans. Oh my God, it's amazing cast. He executive produced it. He's the shit. It's nine episodes. So if you guys are looking for a new binge, I highly recommend it. Great drama, like trying to figure out like there's great twists. So if you like that stuff, there's great acting and great writing. Yeah, I can't recommend it anymore.
I'll definitely check it out
if I can ever find the time for it, because these days most of my entertainment is these live streams.
I'm watching a lot of live streams myself. Real quick with the chat.
These streams.
Sorry.
What was that?
The pizza's ready.
Time? Oh, it's dinner time. Gotta
Pizza
go.
time.
So, you want to plug your channel on the way out, real quick?
Yes.
A few things you heard me say.
My name is Pauly, and I am the Latino Slant. We have a lot of great shows all the time. Actually, teaming up with Tom of Midnight's Edge. Tomorrow, we're interviewing for both channels Matthew Lillard, the actor.
Oh, wow.
Cool. That'll be out Monday. He's doing an interesting Latino project, which is why there's a crossover. So that's what I'm doing, Vigilante. And thanks for putting up with me. Sorry.
Again, I don't know why you're slumming around here. You're with Midnight's Edge. You're interviewing Matthew Lillard with Shaggy, right?
Yeah. He's a very good actor. Very good actor.
I wanted to ask you real quick before you leave. What's the name of that band you keep recommending?
Oh God,
the Los. Because I keep
Los Lobos.
Because I keep thinking of the Los Lonely's band.
Oh, that's Los Lonely Boys.
That's the one. I'm sorry. I keep mixing them up, and I was trying to remember.
No, they're not bad. They're not bad either. They're from San Angelo, Texas. 3 brothers, Los Lonely Boys. Los Lobos have been around for decades, and they're more. They have definitely a better, library of music. I mean, I would start off with the album called Kiko, Kiko. That's like their Sgt. Pepper. It's an amazing album.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for telling me that, because I keep hearing you recommend it on Midnight's Edge, and I just
No, my pleasure.
I'm always at work when I'm listening to you guys, and I never get a chance to like write anything down.
No, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Thanks for asking me. And then we're gonna have a music show in a few weeks, so be on the lookout. I'll let y'all know.
Cool, man. Again, appreciate you slumming it with us. You're blowing up in the world, and your channel's great, and I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Take care. Fenrir.
I say Fenrir. He has
Fenrir.
Fenrir.
Fenrir, Ice Wolf. It's not hard to say.
Fenrir, the Ice Wolf.
Apparently, it is.
It actually is.
It's that Fenrir. I say Fenrir, and I'm still gonna say Fenrir. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. KMFS has to also go. Thank you, KMFS, making fun stuff. Buy his book if you haven't. Buy 3 copies.
Just literally play God of War. They referenced my name there numerous times.
I see. Is that where it's from? That's where you got it from?
Fenrir?
No,
Fenrir.
I'm an actual fan of mythological books.
Uh-huh.
I read.
I love the name.
Yeah.
Fenrir.
The really is great.
Okay, well, listen, it was good seeing you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Go eat pizza and enjoy hanging out with Mrs. Slam.
It was good meeting you. Hey, maybe one day we should make a stream, just the 2 of us, but who knows? Stay careful. Get away from the CIA and the NSA. They're not good guys anymore.
Yeah, watch out for all the alphabet boys.
I got the note. Thanks a lot, guys. Peace out.
Okay.
All right, peace, Paulie. Paulie Latino Slant. Again, I don't know how he slummed it with us because he's doing stuff with Midnight's Edge and all sorts of celebrities he's interviewed. He said Matthew Lillard, again Shaggy, and he's also interviewed Nina Diaz, who did music on Joan Jett's label. So yeah, his channel is pretty dope. So you should check it out. Got to get to the chat. You guys are on fire, and it's getting harder and harder to get everyone because everyone is on so much fire, spitting so much hot fire. Geektrology says Cavill as Hercules, Gina as Xena. You know what? I wonder, because they're kind of in similar position, I hope they have a professional enough relationship because they may end up in movies together because they're canceling. They're going to be on the outside looking in pretty soon. Geektrology. Oh, I should have said this about Paulie. He's on his way. Paulie, if you're still listening while you eat pizza, he's on his way to having that video. And yeah, Geektrology, guys there also agrees that would be great. Imagine what a leaked sex tape of those 2 would bring in. Gober Kyle doing it for the hub.
Anna would have bought it up.
Yeah, I think a lot of people would have bought a Gina Carano, Henry Cavill sex tape right now would be probably one of the most downloaded sex tapes in the history of sex tapes. So if there's a publicist with that Henry Cavill Gina Carano sex tape, I think the whole world would be A-okay with that thing leaking. Then we strive for longevity. That's what they said during that sex tape. Robert used to listen to the Shadow Radio show on cassette with his granddad. That's cool. That's cool.
Good stuff.
Yeah. You know, that's another kind of format that's kind of come back, the radio drama via the podcast.
Oh yeah, these streams like this would be perfect for that medium. It's just a matter of trying to get it. You know, you got to put that script together. You get like 3 or 4 people just doing the voices, being the characters.
Would love to be a part of something like that. I know Storyman Jack. He's a channel on his YouTube shop. He reads his own stories. That's similar.
Yeah, I mean, I literally have numerous scripts I would like to turn into cartoons, but if possible, and if it makes money, I'd like to begin maybe with podcasts with people reading it and some other people helping with the voices.
Yep, I was on that channel yesterday at work. Gomer.
What the Shadowcast that Razorfist has?
I think I can actually find voices. I mean, most of the characters in my show. Would any of you guys be into doing some voice acting?
Absolutely. Yes. I want to do voice acting so freaking bad. What lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Who knows what lurks in the hearts of men? The shadow knows.
Yeah.
See,
IMFS again. Cool.
Yeah, only thing we need would be the recordings and the equipment. I already got the script I can send to a couple of you guys and just done. I probably just need about 6. I don't need 6 of you and it'll be done. Plus someone to do the voices of the natives. To the voices of the natives.
In Gomaka, I'm bad with my memory. Don't you mix, or is it you or you have like not uncles, like nephews or cousins or something with the mixing? So maybe because now do I need stuff to mix, we would probably need someone to mix the podcast properly with all these different audio sources. Gomaka says to Robert, on night shifts at his former workplace, they would listen to the Shadow and Twilight Zone radio on a local radio station. That's really cool.
That is really cool. I didn't realize there was a Twilight Zone radio show. Yeah,
apparently there is.
I got
talking about Shaggy. It's going Kyle wishing Kai a good show. Los Lobos. was the band that Paulie was talking about, and he wants us to be well in the chat. Fenrir's name, of course, is Norse mythology, and I'm probably mispronouncing it, but well.
Yeah,
and
we'd have to
Fenrir
get
the Ice
Andre.
Wolf. Go ahead.
Oh, I'll just say we'd have to get Andre from Midnight's Edge. He could probably just give us the proper pronunciation.
That would be cool if we got big enough to get somebody from Midnight's Edge on.
Thank you, Gomer Cal.
Well, you know what they say: a podcast doesn't happen unless you can get Tom.
Yeah, he's on everything. I've done streams with him. I just haven't asked him to be on this. I don't really have a way to contact him, honestly. Gomer Kyle, Fenrir the Ice Wolf is what I wish and hope this generation turns into, and a lot of it is. By the way, we give up on our youth too much. A lot of the youth are well aware of what the hell's going on. Smart and wise, hell, my brother.
Yeah, because we have access to a lot more information than the previous ones, and the more we look at what the one in control, the woke BLM crazy generation, the more we look, the more stupid it looks to us, because it is incredibly stupid if you put all the pieces together. We literally know how to stop and just listen, and we can see if the stupidity, and it's not something we would like to participate in. It's just too much, too ridiculous.
Is it true that your generation is actually starting to use social media a little bit less, or is that just me with hopeful?
Dude, I almost don't use social media for anything. I literally only use YouTube. I don't use Twitter nor Facebook nor anything else. The others.
What about your friends? What about like people you know?
My friends. Well, there's my friend Emerson. He doesn't use either two. My friend Daniel, Lucian. None of them do. No, none of my friends do use. Maybe Facebook, but that's just a rarity.
That's interesting. That's very interesting. I mean, yeah, you do live in another country, so I mean, if that's something to account for, but like, was social media big just a couple years ago? I mean, you would have been like 17, 16. How?
No. It was pretty much the same thing.
I can't. I don't know if that. I'm hopeful and want that to be. Yes, this whole generation is like that. I'm not sure if that's like that across the planet. If Runner was here, that would be good too. Because where's Runner at? I assumed North America. I'm not 100,000% sure. I mean, he doesn't have I would think America, but he could be Canadian, for all I know. So if Runner's lurking, let us know where you're from.
Canada, the America Junior, or the North Mexico.
North Michigan. It's North Michigan or South Detroit.
The Upper Peninsula.
The Upper Peninsula. I found some pretty folks.
Or as they say, Canada's just code for Chicago.
Chicago.
That's where my girlfriend was in middle school.
Where Chicago?
You know how it is. Everyone had back then. Everyone had a girlfriend from Canada. That's why you never meet them.
Yeah. I actually did date a girl in Canada. She was crazy. Actually, like stalked me. It was weird. Finally, two pretty folks who have a sex tape.
Not all Canadians.
Yeah, that Canadians are nice thing. I don't know where that came from. I met some mean ass Canadians. The hell that came from. I know how you Canadians really are. When I was in Zambia, they almost all use Facebook. So, Robert, how long ago was this? Because I'm trying to see how things are as far as like the most up to date generation. Canada is North California. Yeah, with Comrade Trudeau, they definitely are. And Gomakal's kidding about this tape stuff, but seriously, we have faith in your generation. Yeah, Fenrir definitely have faith. Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, it's getting very late. We've been at this for 2 hours, 32 minutes.
I was ready to wrap up. I think we're all on the same point. I'm actually ready to wrap the show completely. So if you want to give your final thoughts, I don't think we got you to 50. We got to get them to 50. We're so
to 40. It's like on freaking 47.
Oh, we got to get them to 50. So it was 3 years ago when Robert was in Zambia. Hopefully things have changed since then. But let me get your stuff ready since I'm so unprofessional. Did you put in the private chat? No, it was a giant robot thing. All right, I'm looking for it. Go ahead and plug your channel. We have to get you to 50. I would feel so bad if we didn't. I won't be able to live for myself.
Seriously though, this was fun as hell. Thank you for your help, but let's not exaggerate. I really hope you guys at least sub to my channel in the 50s. But still, all this fun was worth it enough, man. You don't exert.
We
You don't
just
exert
need 2
yourself.
subscribers.
Just 2.
It's
3 more.
48.
48.
3 more.
Oh, we need 2 of you. You can do it. You can do it. We just need 2 of you guys right now to sub to Fenrir the Ice Wolf. We just need 2 people.
49.
You know, I believe in you so much.
Oh.
I'm gonna double subscribe.
49. Oh man! And speaking of which, Ogre Squasher donated $10. It didn't tell me. Oh man, I didn't see that, and I'm late on
shit.
it. I'm sorry,
We
Ogre
got
Squasher. I hope you're still here. We're at 50. We did it.
Yes.
Looks like we made it.
We
Thank
made
you.
it.
Dope CeeLo and Robert made it. Yes, thank you. We made it to 50 on Fenrir's birthday weekend. He's 19 and he has 50 subscribers without a video. I've been subbed. Hold up, I use another account. Yes, use fake accounts, use burner accounts, use your mom's account. Everybody sub to Fenrir. We made it to 50 without a single video, but hey, he's still putting a ton of hard work on these streams.
Why
And
am I
Ogre Squasher is
subscribed
still
to
here. Thank
Vigilante?
you for your 10.
Your mom kind of comes up. Why am I subscribed to this channel? Don't worry, Mom. It's important.
Who's Vigilante Williamson and Fenrir the Ice Wolf? Don't worry about it. They're awesome. That's who they are. But go ahead, Fenrir.
You're always fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but thanks. 50 subs for doing a single video. Man, that's got to be some record or something.
Yeah. Well, apparently the record's 100. Nina Infinity made it to 100, and she's hot. So I don't know how you're going to compete with that.
Fucking damn it.
Female privilege, man.
Fuck. God.
When it comes to the internet, hot girls always win. You know how that goes.
Shit.
But you made it to 50. I think that may be that's the male record. So you can take solace in that.
Yeah, I can. Well, really, thanks to everybody on the chat who helped us get to the 50s. Thank you, VW. You're the best. You're like a mentor to me. Thank you, Ironcaster, for all the great words tonight.
Hey, I'm just here to make people laugh.
Appreciate it.
I don't know if I'm very good at it or not, but
you're pretty good at it. Okay, when I get my show on, we're gonna do a podcast first, see how it goes. I'm gonna need your voice talent on that.
Yeah, we definitely are going to get the podcast going. Speaking of Ironcast, do you want to plug your stuff?
All right. Yeah, I'm Ironcaster. I'm just kind of here sitting around in the background. Oh, there it is.
Yeah, channel.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can put your channel private.
Boom.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, with the Geeks and Gamers hoodie. Cool.
Yep. Oh yeah. I should have had this on more. Should have had the camera on. Yeah.
You probably should have started at the beginning.
That's
well, I was gonna go find my stormtrooper helmet, but I didn't think I could get these to work on it.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Maybe
Do you
I
have
should
a
try.
channel?
I do. I'm sitting at 27 subscribers without a video. I'm coming for that record. I'm gonna make it past 50.
Yeah, come for me. I'm always here.
You're the one with 27 subs.
Yep, I am at
you
27.
Have looks like an anime looking thing.
Yep, it was from like Monster Musume.
Okay,
it was like a silly face.
Okay, accidentally printed. That's not what I want. I'm trying to paste. Yeah, okay, I think I found it. So hey, he's at 27. We got somebody to 50. We can get somebody to 30. Yeah, Jeremy pays for shills. Maybe he's not paying me. Where the hell's all that geeky gamers money, Jeremy? Holding out.
I've got a rebate coming, I'm sure.
But we're at 27. Come on, get him to 30. We're at 28 now.
30.
We just need 2 of you. 30. He revealed the face. He brought the sunglasses. Geeks and Gamers hoodie. Just plug the channel. Talk to people into the 30 subs.
Yeah. I promise to try not and say anything offensive to get me canceled.
Don't make those promises. Don't make those promises, dude.
When Dwayne Wayne double glass.
I'll try to hold this promise until I make a video.
Oh,
okay. I keep going in anticipation because my first video is going to be amazing.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't forget to be on my stream too. I'm gonna need some good jokes there.
Yeah.
I ran out of glasses.
Uh-oh. I like the glasses thing. I probably should get on camera to end the show, right? Just
My God.
Oh, yeah. Let me get on. Because I've been all lazy. I get lazy and not want to wear the mask, even though it's the whole gimmick. I'm a terrible YouTuber.
Nobody cared who it was until I put on the mask.
That's literally the case for me. I'm more successful at this than I've been at everything in my life. And it's because no one knows what I look like.
Look at that.
I'm gonna try and outdo Tom's Batman voice.
I can't really do it. It's not just the voice, it's the dialogue, it's the freestyling of Batman. You got to come up with Batman some really.
But I am Batman.
I am Batman. I'm a little drunk.
Swear to me.
I'm Batman.
Come on, everyone knows Batman. I'm Batman.
Ogre Squasher is still here. Thank you again for the donation.
Yes, you're still here.
Squasher. I appreciate that so much. You've donated quite a bit, man, and you know it's appreciated. You don't have to. Anybody wants to donate, I love it. You know, I don't think I'll ever be monetized, even if I get 1 trillion subscribers, because of the way this platform acts. But you guys keep the lights on. It means a lot. And just did my 42nd. Also, Gomer Kyle's be 42 soon. So happy early birthday from my man Gomer Kyle. And I guess his stepson. Oh, yeah. Stepson does the mixing, and PayPal is not letting him donate. Unfortunately, I'm not big enough to do the credit card thing. One day I will. And yeah, it was a face reveal from my man Ironcaster with Geek and Gamers and the 1,000 glasses. And yeah, Jeremy does pay for shills, but apparently he doesn't pay everybody. There.
Schemes and scammers.
Subbed. Reveals his master of he's Nick Cage. You know, I almost want to say face reveal at 1 million subs. If I make 1 million subs, I might do a face reveal. Jesus, they saw my face, they'll probably get subs for pity.
Oh, wait. If you won't sub for me,
yeah.
Sub for Gina.
Sub for Gina. What did we get Ironcaster at? We have Ironcaster. He made it to 30.
Yes!
We're making milestones of the Vigilante Williamson channel. This is great. As somebody, my whole audience, all of you, came from me being on other people's streams. And so it feels really good to pay that forward to other people. Now I'm getting people to those milestones. It's like, yes. Yeah. So I'm happy. So we got Fenrir to 50. We got Ironcaster to 30. Feel free to keep subbing to these channels, by the way. 52. 52 weeks in a year. Yeah, 30, like the age I had. I realized I would have no hope in life. Robert says I knew, or Gazina says to Robert, I knew it. Yeah, you're welcome. Keep up the channel. Thank you so much. I mean, it means a lot. Happy birthday, Gomer. And sub for Gina. Got a sub for Gina. Got a simp for Gina, apparently, too. If you're able to.
You got a sub for Gina.
So we're at 30 with Ironcaster. We're at 52 with Fenrir. Thank you guys for doing that. That means a lot to me again. All of my subs came
31.
31.
There you go.
Sub hell. I'm simple for all of my subs came from people being cool enough to let me on their stream despite my best effort, and I was able to grow. You know, a lot of you people, if not all of you, saw me on a different stream before you subbed here. And to pay that forward to other YouTubers is really cool for me. So this has been a real cool episode. So thank you again, everybody who joined for Mando Merc, for Latino Slant, for Jake D, for Ironcaster and Fenrir the Ice Wolf. Did anybody else join that I'm leaving out?
Paulie?
Paulie Latino Slant. So Paulie Latino Slant and Jake D and Mando Merc. And then you guys, right? God, I have a fish memory.
Yeah.
If somebody else joined and I forgot, blame my head, not my heart. Obviously, Ogre Squasher with the clutch donations. It means a lot to me that I've been getting super chats. And you and Eric K have been like some of the top donos, and that means a ton. Godzillionaire acting like a billionaire in the chat. A trillionaire, an infantillionaire. I love Godzillionaire. Gomer Kyle. Who else? Dope Stilo, Robert. I'm just going up. Mary G was here for a little bit. Lots of other people. Geek Tropology. How can I forget?
That's what I like, Robert.
And so many people in the chat. I love you guys all. Forget you. Blame my head, not my heart. /splitter also showed up.
And Perion.
Missed opportunity. Yeah, Anthroparion as well. Yeah. Missed opportunity for Subway. To sponsor Gina. Subs for Gina. There you go. Subs for Gina. When the next live stream? Notify. YouTube didn't notify me tonight. And what was this August question? Thank you. So, my schedule with streaming as far as this channel goes like this. Thursday around 9:30 p.m. Eastern or 9 Eastern, anytime between 8:30 and 9:30 Eastern, depending on my schedule. On Thursdays, I do a Vigilante Williamson show. And on Saturdays, 7:30-ish Eastern, I do Brave in the Bold, where I have guests. Now, I also do pop-up shows throughout the week. And I just started a show recently with Matt from Fireball Productions, where we alternate channel to channel. That's Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And you can, everything's Eastern because that's where I am and kind of oriented for where you are. So that's where my streaming schedule is as it is as far as this channel goes. So my next stream will actually it could be Tuesday or Monday. Sometimes I do pop-up channel or pop-up shows if it's really big, but my next stream as far as it would actually be on a Fireball's channel Wednesday, and I'll probably be, I could be on Culture's stream or it could be on a bunch of other streams throughout the week. But yeah, that's my little streaming schedule here. So Thursday and Saturday for sure I'll be here. Those if you want to see me. And Islatin Girl, hell, I think new sub was joined us in the cocktail lounge. I appreciate it. Don't just sub for anyone. We need content. JK, love you guys. No homo. Yes, homo. Stop denying your feelings, Gomer Kyle. Hell all missed the stream. Hey, it's okay. Hey, just leave a like button. It doesn't matter. No, hey, love you, Anthroparion. One of the earliest subs in the first 20, I think like 14 subs. He's been here for a while. You guys ever talk about cars or airplanes or more movie, comic, collectible stuff? You know what?
We can do that.
I don't, but we really should. I mean, I have some propaganda, some memorabilia. I'm so tired of all these damn streams. Some memorabilia and some of it displayed. There's more I have in the closet. I have Legos. I have RoboCop back there. I love stuff. I just ordered this freaking soft toy Batman. I love collectibles and stuff like that. I wish I could talk more about. I wish I had more stuff to talk more.
Okay, guys, we're literally getting out.
Bring up my big green son.
I know. So if you want to hop out, Finner, you can hop out. This is a
holy shit! I used to have one of those.
I
used to have one of those. Fuck.
That's awesome.
That big old Devi. My big green son. I love him.
Yeah, really awesome.
I can't believe that Michael Bay fucked up so bad. He should have kept the designs from the 90s cartoons. He could have used so many characters that were badass, like that big bastard over there.
I mean, we did have Transformers Devastation for like the PS3, PS4. That was a pretty good game. It had that cel-shaded look. And it had Devastator looking like Devastator.
Yeah.
This is the Combiner Wars Devastator. It was like a big old box set. All in one.
Just imagine a live-action Bumblebee fighting Devastator with Cliff Jumper by his side, and Cliff Jumper not actually dying.
Hey,
actually, one of the things I've been reading lately was the Marvel UK Transformers comics, where you had Simon Furman going and making all kinds of stuff to fill time out. And that is some really good stuff. Like there are obscure characters that I'm taking a liking to that are now some of my favorites. Guys like Trax and Skids and I can't recommend those enough. But if you can find the UK stuff, that's the go-to if you want to check out the '80s Transformers comic.
Yeah, and Islington Girl says you're very welcome. Ogre Squasher and Godzillionaire says Ogre Squasher can talk about planes all day. Happy B-Day to Gomer Kyle, who laughs. The man who laughs. Anthroparion says thank you. Gomer Kyle says do a spinoff like As R&B. Maybe. And of course, Godzillionaire asks about
got enough Transformers here.
Okay, maybe do your first channel or first video on your channel about a lot of action figures. He asked, did you have to add on a kit for that figure? So basically, you add on, it makes the mini-max.
I wish I could find it. I didn't get this guy till like New Year's this year. So unfortunately, that add-on kit is just impossible to find.
Goodness.
Like there's a 3D printed one I was seeing on eBay I was looking at, but I'd rather have that add-on kit that has all the good little goodies.
Huh. I know Finn was trying to get out of here, but real quick, fly for a dental corporation. So you guys ever want to chat, let me know sometime. My cousin flies F-16s for the Toledo Air National Guard as well. Shout out to Toledo. South Michigan is in the building. Another optional South Detroit, Toledo. And Godzilla is a complete Transformers G1 nerd. He can go on and on about that. We can go on and on with this podcast. We have been trying to end it for about 20 minutes. So we will go ahead and call that a show. Oh man, we could go on with action figures.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, not quite Hot Toys. We're not a bit too rich for my blood. I do not own a Hot Toy. I want to one day.
But
yeah.
But the studio series is a really good. It's like in competition with the masterpiece for Transformers, the studio series. This one is so good. Transforms.
Yeah. I can't believe this. How can? Okay, I'm sorry. The action figure looks cool, but I never really got much of love for Rodimus Prime or Hot Rod.
Rodimus Prime. This one's just Hot Rod. Yeah, I get it, but like I've seen so many good. Like check this out. We'll end it with this. Like his head pops out and the visor comes down.
Yeah.
Like there's some amazing like engineering to this.
Pretty cool detail.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't find a lot of toys like that anymore.
Yeah. All right, but let's try to go ahead and end this.
Yeah, Godzilla doesn't have the space for Hot Toys. Thanks, peace out, fellas. Appreciate it, Go Macau. It is hard to compete with Masterpiece, and it's one day I will have a Hot Toy. And but not today. So thank you.
The only modern thing that I've ever liked about the Transformers universe was the 13 Primes. Only that.
The IDW comics were amazing. You know, like anyone out there who's wanting to go check out some Transformers comics, like the UK stuff was good. I freaking love those IDW comics. All Hail Megatron, Last Stand of the Wreckers, Megatron Origins.
Yeah.
That'd be something for me to check out.
IDW has done a lot of good things with the Transformers and a few things with the G.I. Joes that were kind of good.
Yeah, and they're doing good things with this TMNT Last Ronin thing.
Okay, you know what? Let's finish it right here. You and me are going to talk about that another day, Ironcaster.
We should do a stream talk about Transformers.
Cool. I would love to be there, even though I'm a casual fan as I am with many things.
Oh, it's perfect. You'd be just like kind of effectively the audience here as part of the show, kind of getting into it. Like we'll tell you about the characters. Like we could do that.
Yeah. I mean, I saw the 83 or 84 movie or whatever, and then I had toys as a kid, but I'm just not as die hard into the lore as everyone else. Quintessence.
It's a hard lore.
Faces of Death.
Oh, we could go through the.
Oh man.
Go through the original.
These are just.
Yeah.
Seriously, these things are just gold for some of us.
Yeah. Next week I'll actually be doing something with Slasher about wrestling. So yeah, I would love to do something like this. One more question: the White Optimus Prime toy I had as a kid. But where did he come from? Where did the White?
That was probably Ultra Magnus. Because one of the things that happened was
Ultra Magnus was blue and red, a different vintage from Optimus.
Yes, but they've also gone and used They've also gone and remolded the Optimus toy for Ultra Magnus. So, and in fact, in some comics, in some of the continuities, they're brothers.
Yes, I remember. There was this weird Transformers anime that went into that a lot.
Mm-hmm. Probably Robots in Disguise.
Yeah, with this kid whose dad was kidnapped, and yeah.
Check out the X-Transbots Dr. Egg figure of TF Quintesson.
We can talk.
Yes. Thanks, Godzillionaire.
I've always wanted to discuss with someone that understands Transformers which origin of the species is the best.
That's a good one.
I know it may be cheesy, but and one of my top three, it's not the number one, but my top three is the one where they're created by the Quintessence.
I think I saw you going for Grimlock.
No, wrong button. Oh my God, what did I do? There we go.
All the buttons.
All the buttons. The right one. That's the button.
All right, let's go ahead and get out of here, boys.
I've given up on trying. I'll just figure, okay, every time I try, it won't happen. I'm cool.
I'll just keep grabbing toys.
I could do this all day. I just know Fenrir was trying to leave. And I'm like, oh yeah, we can wrap it up. It was starting to die down, and all of a sudden we brought up Transformers, and it was action figures in there.
I need to have this conversation. It's hard to find someone who's actually hardcore into the Transformers universe.
Oh, there's a couple.
I knew somebody.
Chris McFeely, for anyone who's watching, check out his YouTube channel. All the guy does is just lore videos talking about the character. So if you want to escape something, it's just a regular channel talk about some niche idea. That's the go-to guy.
Yeah, I loved this video on McAdams in one of the 13 Primes. Pretty great.
Grimlock
was Convoy in Japan.
Convoy
would have been in like the mid '80s.
Yeah, but which origin do you prefer for the species? Literally, mine. There's so many.
Yeah, the thing is, I don't know too many of the other origins. I mean, there's the IDW run, which I'm basically holding up as kind of my gold standard right now, where they basically just crawl out of the ground on Cybertron.
Yeah, just born from the Matrix.
Yeah.
But all right.
Well, here's the thing. We have 4 minutes to 3 hours now. I'm making it to 4 minutes. I can't help it. I can't help it. So, Fenrir, if you have to leave, I understand. But we got these next 3.5 minutes. It would bug me to be this close, especially when we can go on 5 hours.
We're gonna make the 300. Let's just keep the mat going.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay. Buy lots of junk G1 Transformers on eBay and repair them for resale in my spare time. That is probably a smooth business, man. The action figure memorabilia and action figures are becoming their own like thing. Like not only their own currency in a way. They're bearer bonds. They're the new bearer bonds.
Because more companies stop making these models, and again, because of the name of diversity, there's not a lot of good old toys from the past. So people want these things back. So they're willing to give any form of money.
So actually, for Godzilla, I'm not a big fan of the Gen 1 toy designs because I like the engineering.
Oh man,
I like the engineering of modern toys. Like
Gomer Kyle,
freaking Optimus
giving
Prime.
me pain. I know I should have grown up in the 80s. Stop giving me
at least the 90s.
He's got that cell shading.
Man, why didn't they use this in the fucking
That's a
movies?
modern toy.
Why not use this in the movies? It could have fucking worked. It could have worked. Just imagine him pounding the original design of Megatron's face with his fists over and over again, and then using his axe. I have no problem with them being in this constant war with the Decepticons. It doesn't end if it's done good and well written. Them beating in one day and then the Decepticons coming back and over again. It has a good tone into it, if done correctly.
Got my little Gundam toy right here. Little
Shout out
Haro.
to Gundam. Cool.
I mean, he's supposed to be waving high, but it looks like something else.
Yeah. Yeah. But Gomer Kyle's right. If you couldn't grow up in the 80s, at least the 90s would have been pretty cool for you. Because like you still get don't leave. We won't. We'll never leave the Yoga Squasher.
I mean, then again,
I don't have a lot of problems with not being born in the 90s and the 80s because I get the chance to discover all of the mythos and culture from back then and today, and I don't have to wait months or weeks to see the new stuff coming out. I just haven't access.
Yeah, I mean, the last 20 years have just basically been recycling the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So
yeah,
it's like there's been just a stagnation of culture.
Okay, gentlemen. We're already in 2:59. Let's wait.
Oh.
Okay, Godzillionaire, do you do Gundams? He's asking about the custom work. Godzillionaire does. Cell shaded. Yeah, you do Gundams. There's a huge market as well. Yeah, the cell shaded on that action figure looks really nice.
I love them. It was like I have to kind of limit myself to the figures I do get. I don't want to double dip too much if I can help it. Yeah, just show off again.
How much is
even
something
the
like that's so
face.
awesome? How much does something like that cost?
I think
40. Guys, 40,
What's
40,
mine?
40 seconds. 40 seconds.
We'll get
All
there.
right.
We'll get in there. I want to. August Rush has one of those Millennium Falcon. We're not going to hit it perfectly. I'm not trying to hit it perfectly. I just want to pass it.
3,
We've made it.
2, 1.
One.
Happy New Year!
Made it. Yeah. So yeah, we made 3 hours. Got somebody to 50 plus 50 subs plus 30 subs. This is an extraordinary stream. And August Washer has an extraordinary Millennium
32.
Falcon extraordinary. 32 subs.
Yep.
Keep it going.
It's my lucky number.
first-
I'm actually good right here. Nobody else subscribe.
32.
I actually used to have a Lego Millennium Falcon. What the hell happened to it?
Oh, if you had it now, even if it was a lower level version, some money in that thing.
Oh yeah.
First,
I didn't go see Bumblebee. I just like watched on YouTube that
Dude,
segment.
the first 5 minutes in Cybertron was awesome. Literally makes you think, why the fuck do we not have a movie on Cybertron?
They had the
yet?
Cybertronian jets.
see, I never saw Bumblebee either because I just it look. I've been
look,
out
dude,
of the damn base series for
first
so
one-
long.
Tron is exactly like Earthrise, like Transformers Earthrise, as the war goes on.
Yeah,
Exactly like that.
it's OG
Seriously,
Gundam.
It's Rooster Teeth who's doing those designs, the Transformers show, Earthrise show.
Really?
I'm insanely shocked that it's them.
Well, I mean, as far as I know, it's actually the toy designs they were using for the character models in the show. I didn't think it was actually that. The Rooster
No. The animation is Rooster Teeth. The designs, it's
Okay.
Okay. Psylocke in the 90s video games, best sprite ever. Yeah, so probably got a lot of young kids through a special time in their life. Figure repairs, guys in there ask. He's talking about the Gundam thing, I guess. I like to watch It's a Gundam make them, but my hands are not steady enough to do models anymore. I see.
Yeah.
Gomer Kyle.
Yeah.
You're talking about repaints. So we've made it past the 3 hours. I appreciate everybody here, and I enjoy everybody here. So, and we will get out of here. So, for Ironcaster, for Fenrir the Ice Wolf, for Paulie Latino Slant, for Mando Merck, and for Jake D, I am Vigilante Williamson. This has been the Brave and the Bold, and you guys have been the best chat I could possibly ask for. Thank you. If you're watching this in the future, if you like the video, please like the video. And if you're so obliged to share and subscribe, please do so. If you feel some type of way about anything we say, let me know in the comments below. And even if you do none of these things, thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. God bless. I hope it was a great stream. And real quick, had Darth Vader head character holder in TMNT and a real ghost. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Gomer Kyle. That's very sad. I guess he lost a bunch of toys in a house that burnt up. I'm sorry to hear that. The similar thing happened when I was younger. We had a house catch fire. Things didn't burn up, but there was a lot of smoke damage, and I lost some toys. And I don't know what happened to a lot of those toys from that era, the 90s. Yeah, it does suck. Sorry to end on such a dour note, because this has been a pretty fun stream. You guys said great. But thank you guys for joining. But yeah, have a good night. Peace.
Good night to you all.